Man, like, no shit. What's going on? My old school brethren. How you been? How you been? How's your Christmas? How's your Christmas? Nah, I don't lift no weights. I used to go gym before. Um, Edmonton's got the gym. I used to go there, but then when I left, when I moved up to Northampton, I stopped going to the gym like that. Plus, obviously, all the gyms and that was closed and that, and I never bothered to renew my membership. So what I do, I just go running every other day, keep my fitness and stamina up. I'm just setting up this live on. I said that I rewrote the national anthem. You know, tell me about that, blood. Right. But yeah, nah, not into the weights thing no more. Maybe might get back into it. You never know. But for now, giving up. What I need to get back into is taekwondo. Right. Because I'm just 1 sec. I'm just gonna go live on TikTok as well. So must be losing my mind. I can't remember how to go live. Ah, yeah, that's it. Must be losing my mind. I don't have to go live on TikTok. You saying did you drink enough alcohol? Yeah. Because honestly, that's the main thing that people look forward to for Christmas. You know, is the drink. Imagine, yeah, they done a ban where you couldn't drink alcohol on Christmas Day. Blood, that would ruin a lot of people's Christmas. So blood clot. Right. Right. Where you watching from? Where you watching from? Let's see where the wind takes us with this one. Today is a 1 hour live stream. I'm coming off at 10 o'clock. Yeah. I see a lot of people on TikTok talking some shit in these live streams. I thought, you know what, yeah, let me just jump on a quick live today and bring some common sense to the world, because I think people have just got nothing but nonsense to spew into the fucking into the earth, into the atmosphere. So when you come in, yeah, write down where you're viewing from. So, all right. So what are you doing with yourself at the moment? You studying? What you doing? People from Croydon. Big up Croydon. There's always something going on in Croydon. Fucking hell. Croydon's coming like Grand Theft Auto blood clot. But Chop Life. So you're 19. What are you doing with yourself? You working, you studying, in college doing plumbing. All right, cool. So have you got an apprenticeship lined up? You looking for an apprenticeship? Because what you want to do is you want to get your, so you want to be studying, you want to be looking for an apprenticeship at the same time. And if unfortunately you can't find an apprenticeship, then you may need to go and work on a construction site to build up your NVQ portfolio. Now, a couple of people have asked me, like, what do I need to get on these construction sites and that, so that they can build up their NVQ portfolio? At the end of the day, I don't know all the answers. Yeah. So what I can give you, I can give you a list of agencies that take on plumbers. So basically, I'll give you a list of agencies. They do plumbing works, electrical. They just find work for people in all different trades and that. Send me an email. I'll try and see if I can type my email on this because they might block it and that. But send me an email. My email's in my bio and that. I'll send you a link with all these different agencies. Phone them up and tell them, just lie, just even lie and say to them, I'm a qualified plumber. What else do I need to get on the construction site? Because certain people will ask me, I'm a qualified plumber or I'm this or whatever. What do I need to get on a construction site and that? You should use those numbers and phone them and ask them, in order to register, what cards or what tickets do I need to be able to get on a construction site? And I'll tell you. So send me NVQ. Send me an NVQ. Send me an email. Right, let me see. Right. Do I even need a diploma if I can get NVQ? I think NVQ is enough. But yeah, man, like, as keep grafting. Would you Oh shit, what did I do? Would you disagree with about the video saving 5 to 10K? You know, I didn't even invite you into the thing, but go ahead. No, it's cool. Go ahead.
You know what? You know the last video you did about now, by the way, I respect what you say, like 90% of it.
Yeah.
You know what you said about having 5 to 10 grand saved before, I think it was, you won't be able to before you're 25. So if you do by the time you're 20, it's like if you didn't go to college or study or do apprenticeship or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, to a certain extent.
That's cool. So, but why?
I feel like, cool. So, say you finish college, right? Average age someone finishes college about 18, let's say, yeah?
Mm.
Between those 2 years, you've got 2 years, right? So it's either you do, after college, you probably go uni, but I'll use me as an example, right? So I went college.
Yeah.
So I got above average grades in college. Like, not the world's best, but better than average, right? So after I finished college, then I'm doing an electrical apprenticeship now. Then I'm doing Royal Mail Saturday, Sunday, after the 5 days. And then on the side, I'm flipping cars on the side of that as well. And I feel like, to a certain extent, if someone wants to do it, regardless of their age, I believe they can make 5 to 10 bags in that time frame.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. If someone went to college at age 16, they qualified as an electrician, and then at age 19, so they qualified as an electrician at age 19, and they was working for a normal wage. I mean, it is possible. It is possible. But my expectations, I'm not expecting anyone to have 5 to 10 grand by the time they're 20 and that, because not everyone is going to be qualified at a stage where they could be earning decent money to be able to put money away. Yeah, they're going to be working or do a little part-time job on the side of, let's say, going to uni or doing their apprenticeship or whatever. But are they going to be able to save 5 to 10 grand? Possibly, it's possible, but I ain't got no expectations. But I have expectations. Once a man or a girl hit 25, now the real saving needs to start. Because when I was 21, late 21, basically 22 years old, I was earning 30 grand a year. Obviously, I was able to save up 30 grand by the age of about 24. But I'm not expecting everyone to be able to do that. But by the age of 25, I'm expecting everyone to be on the good wage. So then they can start saving the 1,000 or the minimum of the £800 every month. So yeah, it is possible for someone to have 5 to 10 grand by the age of 20. If they qualified as, let's say, electrician 3 years after they started as a 16-year-old, it is possible. But the average person, I'm not expecting them to.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to put that out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's cool, man. That's cool.
No problem. Love for that, yeah?
All right, yeah, respect, man.
No problem.
Cool. So yeah, it's possible that there are guys right now who did qualify as a started their electrical studies or plumbing or carpentry, whatever. They started at 16, studied for 3 years, bam, they're 19. And then they got qualified and they're on proper money and that. Yeah, it's possible. But the average person, I'm not expecting them to have big money saved up. Or well, any sort of serious money saved up. I'm expecting them to have a few £100 in that. Because when you're an apprentice and that and you're on some shit wage, that's like the darkest time of your life, you know. Boy. I remember being on them dead wages there, boy, working for like 38, £40 a day and that. I'd say just live your life and that. Yeah, try and save some money and that, but you're going to work and you're grafting for some shit wage and that. I'll say, boy, just live your life, yeah, if you're not earning no big boy money that you can save, because you're already on some shit wage. So, boy, you need a release. So, yeah, you got to enjoy yourself, boy. You could never put me back on that dead wage, boy. So, man said, most people in this country, oh, shoot. Most people in the country are on below 30K. Yeah, it's probably a regional thing, though. But the thing is, most people in this country are not educated. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, like, in that category of most people, a lot of them are going to be unskilled people. So forget them, man. If they don't even possess the skills where someone wants to pay them 30, 35, 40 grand a year, well, then that's their own problem. Now, obviously, there are some jobs where they put you on some dead wage, like 20 grand a year, but it's commission based. Then that's a bit different. But even those jobs, if you had the exact same job, but it wasn't commission based and it was a normal salary, they probably would be on 35, 40 grand a year standard. Well, they put them on a low wage and put them on commission as an incentive to work hard, obviously. So someone, one sec, let me just scroll back. Right, a man said you're doing better than most people in their 20s. He must be referring to the caller because I'm not in my 20s. I'm an old man now. Man's 30, blood clot one. So you lot sooner you start calling me Uncle Jay. Yeah. And you lot on YouTube, yeah? Did you lot hear the conversation? Because I did try to turn up the volume, but the phone's really quiet. So let me know on YouTube if you heard the conversation. Because I've done a couple, like 1 or 2 TikTok streams and people have called in and that. And when I played it back, I could hear them in it. But hold on one sec. So a man said, big up your videos. It helped me a lot to get focused and make sure I'm on the straight. Yeah, man. We all need that one person to just guide us on the right path. Unfortunately, well, really and truly, it should be our parents. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be some random guy that you've never met before that's going to put you on the right path and that just by making some fucking 5-10 minute videos. Yeah, he's uploaded 50 of them, but like, you know, it should be our parents that we get this knowledge from. But unfortunately, no disrespect to anyone's parents and that, a lot of people are not fit to be parents. Today, yeah, so I was at my flat, yeah, painting, and I managed to listen to a podcast and that. So I was listening to one podcast and then another one just came on automatically. So, you know, like at the beginning of the podcast, they show you like the highlights. Well, I can't see it, I'm just listening. So this woman was talking about she was a drug smuggler and that. And obviously, when these people go on these podcasts, and especially the ones that have been to prison and that, they always ask them, okay, what's your story and that? How was home life? Where are you from? This, that, whatever. Yeah. So this girl, well, this woman, she's a big woman, like 50 something years old. She was saying that back in the day when she was a child, her stepfather was really abusive physically, and yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah. And she is all he knew, he is all she knew. So from the age of 1, he was about, kind of thing, to the point where the parents then could have lied and said, "Oh, my man is your dad." Even me and my situation, like my stepdad, he's been around since I was 1. My mom could have lied and say, "My man's your dad." I wouldn't have known. I had a good upbringing, and that although I got on a wrong path, I had a good home life and good upbringing. Come from a poor home, but come from a good home, innit? But anyway, so this chick here was talking about her home life, talking about how the dad used to beat her up and abuse her, and the mum knew what the fuck was going on, and she done nothing. And I'm thinking, like, blood, this is crazy, you know. But there are little girls right now and little boys as well getting abused, yeah, physically and the other way, and the mum knows about it, and the mum's not doing jack shit, fuck all about it. For what reason? I don't know. I mean, she's scared or been manipulated. And I'm thinking, blood, if you ain't even got the courage to stand up for your children, family, fam, that is crazy, blood. You deserve to go to prison as well. And things like that, they will send the parents, the mum, to prison, even if the mum didn't have nothing to do with it, and that, just you not saying nothing, you need to go to jail as well. They'll send you to prison for that. It's fucking mad. The man said, "Yo, I'm preggers. Should I abort it? I'm stressed." So I think the guy got a girl pregnant. That's fucking mad. Anyway, let me see who this is. MIH from London, looking to buy a property in Manchester. I'm searching for Starbucks and McD's and checking properties in those areas. From London, looking to buy a property in Manchester. I'm searching for Starbucks and McD's and checking. So what's the reason why you're looking for, would you say Starbucks and McDonald's and that? Yeah, just expand on that. Why are you looking for Starbucks and McDonald's and that? I mean, I think it's obvious, but just let me know your reasoning behind that as well. Innit? Someone said, what about the parents? What about when the parents try all their best and the youth still go in the wrong direction? Yeah, you know what? For the most part, yeah. Let me just. So you are gonna have, yeah, that 1 or 2% of man and gal where they come from good homes. I'm not just saying like the parents were decent people, but they were poor. No, the parents were decent people and they were bare minimum middle class. Yeah, the parents both had good jobs. There are just that 1 or 2% of people who they do just go off the rails and that. Yeah, but for the most part, most people that come from good homes, they end up on the right path. Yeah, so I'm not gonna start talking about, oh yeah, what about the 1% blood? You're always gonna have outliers, isn't it? But for the most part, most people that come from good homes, you see all these people that are bankers, lawyers, and stockbrokers and that. I promise you, their mum is not a crack addict. You know, I promise you, their dad isn't in and out of jail, blood. Yeah, I promise you. But the man them who are on the wrong path and whatnot, I promise you, you look check their backstory, and a lot of them they come from broken homes. So yeah, you are gonna have some people who are outliers and that, but for the most part, people that come from good homes, you know, they go down the right path, and that people that come from bad homes, they go down the wrong path. There are gonna be some people who have come from bad homes. Yeah, they had all craziness happen to them um, throughout their childhood and that, and they end up on the right path. But that's few and far in between. Just like the people them that come from the good home and they end up on the wrong path. There's a guy from Chingford. I ain't gonna say his name, but he's older than me. He's like, I don't know, between 40 and 45. His mum was a nurse. His dad was a barrister. Lived in a big detached house in Chingford. This guy's still running around with them Chinghall man. Yeah, he's a rapper. He didn't make it as a rapper still, but he's a shit rapper still. But yeah, he went down the wrong path just because he wanted to fit in and that. You're always gonna have people that are gonna be outliers and that. Right, my man responded. So rents in those areas seem to be higher. So obviously, I don't know if you heard me say this before in some of my videos or like on a live or something in it, yeah. But like, what I would do, yeah, if I was gonna buy a property in Manchester, you've got two football clubs there. You've got obviously Man City and Man United, Old Trafford. Yeah, I would try and find the property that's in between both Man City Stadium and Man United Stadium. Yeah? Try and find a property that's in between. Now, the reason for this is when Man United are having their home games, you're going to have the fans from, let's say, Liverpool coming to watch the game, as well as obviously the fans who are Man United fans who might not even necessarily live in Manchester coming to watch those games. Same with Man City. You have an Airbnb property right in between two football stadiums and that, bro. That's four different sets of people who can potentially be users or people who are going to book the travel lodge, not the travel lodge, the Airbnb. So I would do the same for Liverpool. If I could find a property that's in between Everton Stadium and Liverpool Stadium, I'd make that like an Airbnb. So you're definitely gonna have a good customer base there. Plus, Manchester's on the up and coming now. I'm hearing that the house prices in Manchester is the same as Northampton, but Manchester's 4 hours away from London, as opposed to Northampton's only an hour and a half away, or potentially 2 hours, depending where you're going in London, obviously, innit? Right, one sec. Let me just go back. So someone said, do you think building generational wealth is worth it? Some say they might lose it all. Blood, I don't give a fuck, blood. Even if there's a possibility that my descendants might be fucking idiots and go and spunk all the money on cocaine and smoking things they shouldn't smoke, I'ma still make that fucking effort. I'm not gonna sit back and think, well, I'm not gonna do jack shit fuck all and just think about myself because the next generation might be damn fools in that. I don't think like that. If everyone thought like that, we would still be in the Stone Age. Yeah, we'll still be rubbing sticks and stones to create fire, and that we wouldn't have all this amazing technology. If our forefathers thought like that, oh, let's not make the effort, let's not do anything extraordinary, let's not push the boundaries in that because the next generation might be damn fools in that. You think you would be watching me on TikTok right now? You think we would have houses and that? So yeah, I will make the effort, and unfortunately, if my descendants spunk the money, then boy, it is what it is, innit? But I'm still make the effort. What is the point of me existing if I'm not going to make something of my life? When you've got people buried in the ground, 6 foot under, who would love to have another opportunity at life to hit it hard, bro. Yeah, as I'm saying, you lot right now, yeah, we don't understand how lucky we are. We got the gift of life. Furthermore, you lot are free. You know how many people right now, few and far in between, there's innocent men who are sitting behind bars right now, blood, for a murder they didn't commit. Imagine if you gave that guy or that girl another opportunity at life. You think they'll just want to be some average ass person? Nah, fam. Yeah, they'll be hitting life hard, fam. They'll be making that effort. One guy came out of prison, and yeah, because obviously he's been public with this, I can say his name. So there's a guy called Cliche. He's a couple years younger than me. He's from Lewisham. And like I said, the only reason why I'm saying his name is because obviously he came out of prison. He hit me up on Instagram. I don't know him from nowhere. He hit me up on Instagram and told me like why he was in prison and that. But obviously he's gone public with it on a podcast and that. So yeah, I can talk his business because obviously he's put it out there, isn't it? Yeah. He got done for a murder that he didn't commit. Some business going on with him and his brethren and that. He's all in school uniform, got into little madness in the park with some other youths. Anyway, you end up dying. Yeah. He didn't stab no one, he didn't shoot no one, nothing. He was just there. Yeah. All right, he might have picked up a little whatever in it, yeah, just to protect himself, but he didn't stab no one, he didn't shoot no one, nothing. They ended up arresting him when he was 15 years old, sent him to prison for a murder he didn't commit, joint enterprise, 12 years behind the door, no DCAT, nothing. No open jail, no going home on the weekends or working a day job or whatever. They get some of the prisoners in the open DCAT jail get that luxury of nothing. 12 years behind the door for a murder he didn't commit. Fam. Imagine, yeah, if my man was given a second chance halfway through that sentence, but like, you know what, we're just gonna release you, but you have to make something of yourself. But man will, yeah, a man will be going full force, blood. Yeah, he literally came out of prison a couple of days later. He hit me up. Now the reason why he hit me up is because in prison, like literally, I'm actually famous in jail. You know, like everyone knows me because basically they use my content in prison on their laptops and that. So the people up in Doncaster or Weatherby, ISIS, Feltham, fucking hell, the Mounts. Every now and then someone come out of prison and hit me up. Just say, yo, man, I respect your take, but keep doing. Did I even have one you the other day? I think he's in Liverpool. He's sending me pictures of like the yard and that because he's in his cell. Like, yo, I'm in jail right now. I'm from Turnpike Lane. Like, what college can I go to when I come out? And I said to him, go to Hertford Regional College. Because if he goes to Cornell College, being from Turnpike Lane, it might be a bit sticky and that because I know them TPO youths got a bit of beef with them Tottenham youths. So I said to him, go Hertford Regional College and thing. So a lot of the man I'm in jail, they know who I am in it. So this youth's come out and he's hit me up and saying like, yo, man, like I respect your team, keep doing what you're doing. And that. People like that, they would love to have had a second chance at life. Yeah, imagine got sentenced to 12 years. Imagine 3 years into the sentence, they say, you know, we're going to release you, but you need to be on good behavior, whatever. So you lot watching this right now, you lot got freedom, you lot got the gift of life, man. You might think you're in some problems in that blood. Those problems can be fixed. That's the realest truth, boy. Trust me, man. Like life is so easy. Yeah, it's not that hard, man. You just gotta stay focused. Yeah, you gotta have some sort of skill, some sort of trade. You gotta have some value to bring to the earth. Yeah, to bring to the workplace. Yeah, so someone wants to pay you some money. When someone's paying you that money, just live humble. Yeah, delay gratification. Save your money up and then make investments and that, and just again, keep applying the humble mindset and a humble attitude. Yeah, man. Life is easy. Obviously, there are some people where some fucked up things happen to them. They might have been abused when they was a child. You understand what I'm trying to say in it, yeah? But for the most part, that is not 90% of people. Yeah. I think the problem is a lot of people, they tell themselves that they've had a hard life when really and truly their life ain't that hard. Yeah? Their life ain't that hard. Yeah, winning in life is not that difficult. And when I say winning, it doesn't mean you have to be a Bugatti driving. Big up man like Andrew Tate. Yeah? You don't have to be driving a Bugatti to say, okay, I'm winning that life. Yeah? Winning that life is having a decent bit of money in your bank account, few investments and that, yeah, and having no worries. Yeah, that is winning that life. Yeah, and being able to drive the Mercedes if you so choose. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, winning that life is not difficult, man. But obviously, you're gonna have to go through some little bit of discomfort. Yeah? You have to go through a little bit of discomfort, and that discomfort don't mean, you know what I'm saying, having to shovel shit out of a fucking sewer and that. But you're gonna have to maybe work extra hours that you don't want to have to work. Yeah, you're gonna have to potentially do some jobs you don't want to have to do. I'm trying to say in it, your life ain't just some smooth path that you're gonna walk down, man. Right, let me check these comments. Right. Right, so someone said you're an electrician. Yeah, I'm an electrician. Yeah, your opinion on living frugal. So someone's asking my opinion on being frugal. Like, yeah, you gotta be frugal, man. Frugal is a good discipline. Yeah, it teaches you. See, some people, let's say, yeah, their thing is eating donuts. Yeah, let's say they love eating donuts. Yeah, for some people, in order for them to not eat donuts, they can't go into Sainsbury's. They can't even walk past Krispy Kreme. They can't do none of that stuff. Yeah, blood. You should be able to say to yourself, let's say, yeah, you like a drink. You're not an alcoholic, but you like a drink. Yeah, you should be able to have a bottle of vodka on the table and say, no, I'm not drinking that until the weekend. Imagine you say to yourself, I don't drink alcohol until Friday night. Yeah, so Monday through Thursday, I'm not drinking alcohol. For some people, in order for them to not drink that alcohol, they have to lock the fucking whiskey and the vodka and the Jankro batty fucking rum and all them business there in the basement, in the cellar, and have a fucking padlock on the door for them to not drink it. Blood, you should be able to exercise discipline. Have that bottle in front of you and say, I'm not drinking it. You know, have your Krispy Kreme. Yeah, big up Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I got one donut left. I'm gonna eat it in a minute. 5-10 minutes. Right? I specifically, when I was leaving Edmonton on what day did I leave? Christmas Day was Monday, Boxing Day was Tuesday. I think I left Boxing Day night. Yeah. I specifically went to Krispy Kreme after 7 o'clock so I could get that free donut. Right? I'll play with my money. Right? They're gone expensive now. It's like £2.50 for a fucking donut, man. Now, obviously, you don't have to be as frugal as me because me, I still live like I'm poor. Yeah. I'm not cheap. Like, I don't buy cheap stuff. Like, you know, like there's some people, they will only buy like Tesco value mayonnaise and all that. No, I buy branded stuff and that, but I still live like I'm poor. I don't go around splashing money in that. Because as soon as you start doing that, that's when you start losing and wasting all your money. Ain't got nothing to show for it. So, man said Jay was the best guy to listen to while playing FIFA. But turn off the Ross Clark video games. Someone asked, you charging for mentoring? Yeah, so it's £52 for a 1 hour session. You only need one session. And the reason for that is I'm going to break down your situation bit by bit. So obviously I want to know where you're from, how old you are, what your living situation is, whatever. And with some of the other guys, like they've told me like what they're wasting their money on and that. And I'll get them to write it down and I'll write it down as well. And at the end of it, I always tell them, really and truly, you only need one session. Right? If you want, you can hit me up in 3 months' time if you really want, but really and truly, you only need one session. Do you know why? Because only you can hold yourself accountable. Yeah. The reason why I told a man them, and maybe a girl might want to do a mentoring session one day if they want. The reason why I told a man them, you only need one session, because I ain't out here to scam people out of their money. Yeah? There's certain man, they might come to there's certain man, they will go to other people, these mentors, and they say, right, we're gonna put you on a 6-week plan. Yeah, it's £2,000 and I whoa, fam, I'm not out here trying to rip people out. I got my own fucking money. Yeah? So you only need one session. Yeah? You need to stick to the things that we write down and hold yourself accountable. Only you can fix your life. Only you can hold yourself accountable. As a man, no one is going to knock on your door and say, yo, Jay, or yo, Kevin, or whatever your name is, yeah, we're going to fix your life today. And if man them do that, they do it one time. If they don't see any improvement in you, they're just going to give up on you. So, I'm not interested in going live. No. How rich are you? So I'm not rich. Yeah, I'm what they call property rich, cash poor. Now I ain't cash poor. I got money. Yeah, but compared to how much properties I got, my money don't add up. Yeah, to if you get what I'm trying to say. So there's a lot of people, they call it property rich and cash poor. Now I got money. If I got hit with some crazy bills and that, I'll be able to handle it and not lose a wink of sleep. I've got to pay like £5,000 in self-assessment or whatever. It's nothing in it. But compared to the amount of money properties I've got, my money's not nowhere near how much properties I've got, if that makes sense. Right, let me see. What do I think about crypto? I mean, I don't really know about crypto, but the problem I have with crypto and Bitcoin and that is people just want to jump on it because it's the latest trend. Yeah? I don't like people that just want to jump on things. It's just a follow fashion. Do you know anyone who has a dad in prison? Nah, not at the moment. Should I focus on getting a graduate job or build a business? But you can do both. You can do both, blood. You ain't that busy. You are not the president of the United States. You're not the prime minister of the UK. You've got time to study. You got time to get your graduate job and build a business on the side. Yeah? Because if you got a graduate job, if you work a normal 9 to 5, okay, you get back home at 6 o'clock. What are we doing for the next 3 hours? Are we playing FIFA? Or are we sitting there watching a content creator? Motherfucker, you lot shouldn't even be watching me. Yeah? You lot shouldn't even see my face. Yeah? You should be listening because you should be doing something else. Yeah? You should be listening. You should be doing something else. So you got time to get a graduate job and build a business on the side. You can do both. You ain't that busy. And if you are that busy, tell me how much money you got. Yeah? Because a lot of people claim to be busy, but they're broke. So you're doing a lot of nothing. Yeah? What would you do with 20K? Obviously, I would invest it in a property. That's what I'd do. We all need more than one income with this cost of living. Yeah. What's your thoughts on tenants trying to change the paintings of their room without asking the landlord? Boy, at the end of the day, they need to just return the room the way they found it. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So if it's not the way you found it, then you got to look to charge them. Right, let me see. So I'm behind. I got like 21 unread messages. One sec. Do you do property specific mentorship? No, but I mean, really and truly, blood. This property thing. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, these guys here that trying to do these property mentoring shit courses and that. Blood. I mean, like the information you're gonna get from them, you could get that from YouTube. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but this shit is not hard, fam. Yeah, it's not rocket science buying properties and that. It's not. Just think of it like a Mercedes. I'll play, but no, it's not rocket science, man. It's not. You just need to binge watch some videos on YouTube. Yeah, check out one new Asian youth called Ahmed Khan. Watch his thing. What some of Samuel Leeds. Who else? I'll say Rob Moore. I ain't seen none of Rob Moore's videos, but I know he's a property man. I saw a podcast that he done with Andrew Tate. I've seen it like 3, 4, 5 times and that. So I believe Rob Moore knows what he's talking about. I ain't seen none of his videos and that, but I put my faith in Rob Moore. This property thing is not difficult, man. Honestly, don't make people complicate it. Who's this auntie in Croydon? What's that about? Who's this woman? He said the African lady with glasses. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I mean, someone said Jay Wise would be a millionaire at 50. I mean, assets wise, yeah, probably. The thing with me is I know how to become a millionaire. It's not a case of how to become a millionaire, it's when. Jay Wise, would you allow your daughter to date an F boy? Hell no. But you know what? Girls are gonna do what the fuck they're gonna do, blood. You see, yeah, like, so I ain't got a daughter, so I'll just make reference to my little sister. Yeah, so she's 12 years old right now. When I eventually meet her boyfriend in 50 years' time, yeah, if you get what I'm trying to say, but yeah, when I eventually meet her boyfriend and that, some older brothers or some dads or whatever will be grilling the boy. So what are you planning on doing with your life in the next 5 years? And ask them all these difficult, intricate questions to find out whether this man's a fool or not. I don't need to ask nobody no questions about what they plan to do with their life in 5 years and what they're currently doing with their life. I'll have a normal conversation with a man. I'll find out if he's a fucking fool or not. Yeah, just by the way he answers questions and whatnot. Yeah? So, but yeah, I'm not letting my little my daughter date no F boy and that. But this is what these chicks do, man. So someone said, "How many yards you got?" So I've got 1 house and 3 flats. So my mortgages are the flats are interest only, and then the house is capital repayment. Start your own business or buy a flat. Oh, that's a difficult one. See, most of you lot will say, Jay will just say, buy a flat, buy a flat, buy a flat. Depends. How much money have you got right now? Yeah. How much money you got right now? Because it's easy for me to just answer the question. I need a little bit more information. Do you know what? Yeah. So someone asked me what number I got on top. This is a 6, you know. A 6, blood. Yeah. Well, some devil shit right now, blood. This is a 6. But obviously my hair's curly in it, so that's how high my hair is. See? So obviously, get me. I'm doing the weave pat. What they call it, the weave pat or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I got a number 6, but it's with the plastic. I think if you got like a number no, but you can't even get 6 with metal. I don't know, but yeah, I got a number 6 on top of my head. I just paid £20, you know. Yeah, so £20 for my haircut. Right. Hold on, Steph. You just said I have 20K. Are you the person that asked about the? Oh yeah. All right, start your own. Right, I have 20K right now. I'll make 40K per year as an assistant. What business are you trying to start? Okay, yeah. I clocked. Yeah, what business are you trying to start? What's your opinion on woke people? Do you know what? I don't even. What does this term woke mean? Yeah, without sounding silly in that. Yeah. Someone explain to me, because I'll keep hearing this term. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Woke people. Oh, well, that's why I don't know about them people there, because I don't talk on them, because I don't want to get cancelled. So I'll just say I'm a Jamaican and we have certain belief sets about certain people in it. So I don't mean anyone no harm, but man don't flex with certain uh activities and that. Yeah. So for me, I don't like the way they flaunting, they proper pushing this thing out there. Yeah. Blood. If people want to do what they want to do it in the outside of the view of the public and that. But it's like every program they have to put this and push this in everyone's face and they will lie and tell people, oh, 1 in 3 people are such and such. Bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Someone said on TikTok it means LGBTQ. So right. So what's this artist? Yo, Jay, big you up all the way from Brum. You inspire the people them and low key building a fan base. Yeah, respect. I've been to Birmingham a couple times before. The first time I went there was on my own. Took my motorbike all the way from my mum's yard in Edmonton, stopped off here, and then went to Birmingham. And you lot used to have a tinsel town down there, but they shut it down. Yeah, it's no longer there. And then I went to They got a Nando's near the Bullring. Is it Bullring or something Bullring? I went there a couple of times. Me and my girl have gone to a place called Fazenda. I think it's like a Brazilian place, but anyway, it's all you can eat, but you don't. So you sit at the table and they bring food to you, all different types of meats, lamb, chicken, whatnot. But you have 2 cards. So red means you don't want any food, and green means you want food. And what they'll do is they'll just circle the restaurant and that with different meats and that. So yeah, check out that place, Fazenda. They got one in Birmingham. I think they got one in Manchester or Liverpool. They don't have one in London yet for some reason. But if they did, it would pop still. It's decent. The food's nice. I think I've been there 3 times now, yeah. Man, talking about people who are aware of the black struggle. Blood, there's no black struggle. Are you seeing a black struggle on your screen right now, fam? You know what? Yeah, I was saying this to my girl the other day. Yeah, she was laughing, did it? Yeah, I would know. I would love to know what it means to be a black person and struggle, because I must not be black. You know, I would love to be black for a day, because I must not be black. Because apparently, when you're black for a day or a year or a lifetime, you are supposed to have hardship and you are supposed to struggle. So the inverse of that means that if I'm not having any hardship, if I'm not struggling, then what you see on this screen here must not be a black person. I must be like an octopus or some sort of chameleon that can change his skin tone. Yeah, because I don't understand this black struggle. It's in your mind, fam. It's in your mind. You have told yourself you are gonna have a hard life because you're black. So therefore, you are gonna have a hard life. It's in your head. It's in your head. I've come from every disadvantage possible. Yeah. Right. I did come from a 2-parent household. Okay, because apparently if you come from a 1-parent household, you're more likely to be go down the wrong route. But regardless of whether I came from a 1-parent household or a 2-parent household, I deliberately chose to go down the wrong route. Okay? So I deliberately put myself in harm's way. I deliberately put myself out there on the streets, because Edmonton ain't that bad. Yeah, it's not like you grown up, man was growing up on Broadwater Farm Estate, where it's like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Then I end up going to prison and I come out and turn my life around. So this is why man jumped on YouTube and obviously ended up on TikTok and that. Just to show the people that blood, you can make something of yourself. This is why I have to prove a point and show people these properties and that, to show you the blood. Yeah, man, come from a poor home and that. Yeah, look, I've made it, so can you. No one gave me no money. Obviously, man, I had to take out loans and that, you know, from the banks and that to fund the properties. I didn't have no money to buy them in cash like that. I had money to put down deposits, but I didn't have no 130 grand in cash to fucking put down on no property. No way. Man said, brother, racists have black folk believe in this shit. It keeps us all at each other's throats. Yeah. Right, what's your question? You the one that asked about the man like Dulce David, what's going on? Are you the one that asked the question about properties in limited company? Man said, yo, you got me and my girl cracking up. I mean, it's in your mind, blood. It's in your head, man. The mind is a powerful thing. I was listening to a podcast today because, like I said, obviously, I've been at the flat painting, yeah? And, right, I heard one other podcast before. So basically, some psychologist person or whatever was on one podcast. And she was saying, yeah, that the mind is so powerful that she got a set of people. There was a study done or whatever. There was like 20 people. They don't lift weights. They do not go to the gym, nothing. But they got them to do some sort of visualization. them lifting weights and, you know what I'm saying, in it, getting bigger and that, you know, yeah, they had like a 10% muscle growth rate just from thinking about lifting weights. I was listening to a podcast earlier today when I was at the flat painting, yeah? And there was this chick that went to prison. So she was telling her story. So if you heard me talking about some woman earlier, it's different. I listen to quite a few when I'm painting and that. So basically, this girl went to prison, and the guy was asking her about like prison relationships and whatnot. And then he was asking this girl about like, oh, what happens to the chicks that are pregnant in prison? Because unfortunately, there are some chicks who end up in jail 2 months pregnant or 6 months pregnant. You know, the judge ain't really gonna spare you if you got a gun in your house. He's gonna lock your ass up in it. He don't give a fuck. So anyway, he was like, oh, what happens to the women or whatever who are in prison that give birth? So she was explaining it, but I remember distinctively she was saying that basically there was one girl in the prison and she was like kind of like on the slim side and that, and she didn't have much of a belly. No one knew she was pregnant, but for some reason they made her do a piss test and it revealed that she was pregnant. She weren't really and truly, she wasn't showing that she was pregnant. But as soon as she found out and she realized she was pregnant, a couple of weeks later, now she's showing that she's pregnant. Blood. It's the power of the mind, blood. How many times have you heard them people there? The doctor told them, yo, you've had cancer in your body for 1.5 years, 2 years. And these people were perfectly fine. A month later, when they found out that they got fucking cancer in their body, they die after a month. Blood, it's all in your mind, man. It's all in your mind, fam. So you sit there in the mirror and say, I'm a black person, my life is going to be harder. Well, guess what's going to happen? There's no advantages to thinking that I'm a black person and I'm from the cursed race and there's a glass ceiling. There's no advantages whatsoever. You are better off deluding yourself. Let's say the black oppression is real. You are better off deluding yourself and saying that, you know what, I have a chance, than saying I have no chance. Because I promise you, if you tell yourself you have no chance, nothing is going to happen. If you even delude yourself, yeah, and tell yourself that you have a chance, you have more chance of succeeding by deluding yourself than telling yourself there's no chance of success. I promise you, I guarantee. Like I say in my videos all the time, I'd love to have a crystal ball. One version is this version that you see in front of you, and the other version, well, he wouldn't exist, because how can he be Jay Wise and he's got a negative, defeatist mindset? Be watching them dumb videos on YouTube about whether or not the royal family or George Bush is a reptile and all this crap, all of these conspiracy theories and that. Blood, stop watching these fucking conspiracy theories and do some fucking work, man. That's why so many people are broke. You've got time for everything else but doing some damn work. Foolishness. Do I believe in manifestation? Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is basically like manifestation, isn't it? But I also believe in putting in the fucking work as well. Yeah. Yeah, you can sit there and manifest in the mirror all day long. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen until you put the fucking work in. Yeah. So, yeah, you need to have a vision. Yeah. If you can't see yourself being successful, then you're never going to be successful. Yeah? You might lock up and win the lottery, but then you're just going to lose the money anyway. So you got to see yourself as being successful. But yeah, whoever said that, someone's asking like, yo, answer my question on YouTube and that. Repost the question, please. Is 25 a year good? I mean, it depends on where you are, man. If you're way up north, like County Durham, then maybe it might be okay. But in London, 25 grand a year is shit, man. Yeah, if this was the 90s, then yeah, cool. But it's not the 90s, but it's 2023, almost 2024. Someone said you need more man like me. Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, the reason why there aren't, obviously there are other JYs knocking about. They just don't know. Like they don't care about going on YouTube, yeah, or TikTok or whatever. Innit? They're not interested in it. But there's other man like me. There's other man about. But unfortunately, the truth is, no disrespect, most people have no value. Yeah, most people have no value to offer this earth and this world. Yeah, they have no value to offer other people. You see it all the time. Just get up in the morning, yeah, and at 6:30, go on your For You page, the live streams and that, and you'll have these idiots having these full-on debates and that. And I'm thinking, blood, it's like 5:36 in the morning. You're energetic. So did you wake up early to have this debate, or did you not sleep? I don't know which one's worse. You obviously ain't got no fucking job. And they always have it at the bottom, positive vibes only. That is another word for bullshit. No topic of substance is getting spoken about on this stupid ass fucking what do you call it? Debate. Stupid. It's always the same people as well. It's always the same people. It's the same people. All right. You've been waiting long enough. So a man asked me, are my properties in a limited company? So the most recent one that I bought, that's in a limited company. Yeah. So the rest of them are in my personal name. Could you tell us the advantages as well as having property in a limited company? So when you get to like 4 or 5, when you get to like 4 or 5 properties and that, you're kind of classed as a portfolio landlord. I don't know if it's the 4 property mark or the 5th property mark. I'm not too sure in it, but my mortgage broker said, well, look, you're probably going to buy another property in the next year and a half, whatever. Anyway. Just go, put them in a limited company. Now, I already had this limited company set up from before. There's advantages and disadvantages to having a property in a limited company and having a property in your personal name. So let's say, for example, let's say this house. This house is in my personal name. If I wanted to do a refinance, because this property has gone up in value over the last 6 years, if I wanted to pull out 30 grand, you're borrowing 30 grand. So you get 30 grand in cash, but it's still a loan. You still have to pay that back. So you get 30 grand up front. It's just seen as a loan. So once the money lands in your bank account, it doesn't get taxed. The government can't touch your money. But this same property here, whether it's a residential or a buy-to-let, it doesn't matter, If it's in a limited company, and even then, if it's in a limited company, I don't think it can be a residential. But anyway, if this property is in a limited company and it's gone up by in the next 6 years, it goes up in value, and it's in a limited company. If I borrow 30 grand, that 30 grand doesn't all go in my pocket. I have to pay tax on that. So that's one of the disadvantages to having properties in a limited company. When you borrow money, when you refinance, this property's gone up by 50 grand in the last 6 years. I'm going to borrow 50 grand. You don't get to keep that full 50 grand. You don't have to pay tax on it straight away. But when your accounts are due, then you are liable for tax. But on the flip side, when you got a property in your name, even if it's a buy-to-let, so it's in my name, but it's a buy-to-let, so I've got tenants renting it out, for example. Like the mortgage, that's tax deductible. So let's say you generate £1,000 a month through rent, the mortgage, the tax part of it, the interest part of it, and if it's a buy-to-let, it's going to be interest only. So let's say the mortgage is £500, that's tax deductible. So instead of me having to pay tax on £1,000, I pay tax on 500 because they've removed 500 because 500 of the mortgage is tax deductible. And then potentially maybe the gas and electric bills, I'm not too sure. But those are the advantages and disadvantages of having a limited company. So when you have a buy-to-let property, when it's in your name, you can't use the mortgage interest as a tax deductible expense. That's if it's in your personal name, this buy-to-let property. But if the buy-to-let property is in your limited company, then the mortgage interest, if it's £500 because it's a buy-to-let, it's interest only. That £500 or whatever the amount is tax deductible. So there's pros and cons. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be a property mogul, you're going to play Monopoly in real life, then you are going to have to go down the route of being a limited company property owner. Because all of these guys, Samuel Lees, Rob Moore, big up man like Ahmed Khan, all of these men there, they have properties. They might have 1 or 2 properties in their own name, but I promise you, the majority of their properties are going to be in a limited company. So you have to play that game. In life, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything. Yeah? So don't think to yourself, right, in order for me, so if I get to the property mark number 5, yeah, I have to become a limited company, like register a limited company and that. So I'm only going to ever own 4 properties. No, own 10 properties and just be a limited company. Don't limit yourself. There's men out here that are trying to avoid being a higher taxpayer. So they make sure their wages are always under 50 grand a year. Well, with that mentality, you're never going to become a millionaire. You think fucking Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk is trying to keep their wages and their salary below 50 grand so they don't have to pay extra tax? Yeah, you see that sort of mindset there, you're limiting yourself. Remember that woman that I told you a lot about at the uni? Oh, I'm making sure that I earn a salary that's under 20 grand a year forever so I don't have to pay back the student loan. Motherfucker. So you would rather sit and ride at 20 grand a year until you're dead rather than earn 60 grand a year so that you don't have to pay back this fucking uni loan. So dumb. That is I swear to God, yeah. If they had a book of cliches or a book of idioms or whatever, sayings and that, by the saying, cutting off your nose to spite your face, they should have that fucking woman's face. They should have a picture of that woman. I've never heard something so dumb in my life. You want to ride on 20 grand a year for the rest of your life so you don't have to pay back the student loan when you could get a job that's earning you 50, 60, 70 grand a year. So dumb. And these are the people who we as young people, I mean, I'm getting old now, I'm 31, but we as young people are supposed to be looking to for advice. This woman, these times I was 24, 25 when I was at uni. I think I was at 24 doing electronic engineering. Just a HNC, I ain't got a full degree. She was like 60 years old. She's near retirement and she thinks that she's winning. Blood, you're fucking losing. I'd rather be on 100 grand a year and be paying back that student loan than being on 20 grand a year and not paying back the student loan. Like, how did you come to that conclusion? Like, it must have been over a bottle of liquor or something. Yeah, some red wine or something. For you to come up with this mastermind plan to take over the universe, you think that riding on 20 grand a year for the rest of your life is a better option than earning 50, 60, 70 grand a year. Fucking stupid. So dumb. I never heard so much stupidness in my life. And these are going to be the people that have children and are going to be advising their sons and daughters. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, man. So yeah, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. If you have the potential to be earning 70, 80 grand a year, don't say to yourself, I'm only going to earn £49,999.99. But earn over the amount, yeah? You're supposed to constantly be growing. From the day you say to yourself, I'm going to stop at that 50 grand a year cap, you're already limiting yourself. How the hell are you going to become a millionaire riding on a 50 grand a year salary? It's impossible. The numbers don't add up. Yeah. Don't waste your potential. Yeah. There's so many people out here, their potential is being wasted. I promise you, everyone watching this right now, yeah, we all have a gift and a talent. You just don't know. Yeah. And what's your gift? What's your talent? Something that just comes easy to you, even if it is networking. Yeah. You know that there's some people, they can just make friends everywhere they go. Yeah. There's some people, they just make friends everywhere they go. Yeah. They fucking be locked in a cell with a spider and then they'll know the spider's whole life story and that. Yeah? So it could be networking, it could be cooking, it could just be just running their mouth constantly. Blood, if you're running your mouth constantly with your friends and that, but you need to start a podcast. someone wants to listen to that nonsense. Because if you got a friend that wants to listen to your nonsense for 3 hours, I'm sure other people are on that foolishness. Yeah. So yeah, but we all got a skill, we all got a talent. Yeah, you just need to ask yourself, what am I good at? What comes easy? What comes natural to me that I'm good at? With what do I do that is effortless? Could be cooking, whatever, innit? I don't know because I don't know you, but everyone's got some sort of skill, some sort of talent. Can you get a buy to let to do Airbnb? I'm assuming so, yeah. Because how else would you get to do a buy to Airbnb? Nope. Someone asked me, yeah, have I got a pension? No, and I will never have a pension. Do you know why? I have a healthy brain and a healthy body. If I don't reach, and it's not about reaching millionaire status, yeah, but if I don't make a success of myself, so I don't need to rely on some government and private pension coming in, then you know what? I deserve to start. I deserve to be like these people who I talk about in my videos, on my reaction videos, who are 60 years old and they're in a conundrum, heat or eat. They don't know if they should turn the gas on and heat their house and sit with a hungry belly, or they should have a full belly and sit in a freezing cold house. If I haven't made something of myself to the point where I've got so much assets bringing me an income, then I deserve to be broke. Yeah, so I'm not relying on no fucking pension. My properties, my assets, my investments, they're gonna bring me money in, so I don't need no fucking pension. So I'll never. I remember when I was working at Holmes at Haringey, as an apprentice, you're not in the pension scheme. But then as soon as I got qualified and they put me on 28, 30 grand a year, I saw some deduction. I'm like, what the hell's that? Took it to HR. I'm like, what's this deduction about? They're like, it's the pension. You are automatically put into the pension. You have to opt out. I said, opt that blood clot out. The same month, yeah, the same week after I got the pay slip, you take me out of that crap. Move. Don't put me, I don't need no pension. There's nothing wrong with me. So if I don't make a success of myself, well, then I'm a damn fool. You don't need to be that intelligent, yeah? Especially in today's day and age as well. You got people turning on the camera making money. You got people playing video games, streaming, earning hundreds of thousands of pounds every year, let alone a month. Yeah, you don't need to be that intelligent. You know, like back in the day, like I was telling my mom about this. I was saying to my mom the other day, you see, like all them great actors, Denzel Washington and Michael Douglas and Halle Berry, all those great actors and actresses, Demi Moore, and that they are the last of a dying breed. Yeah, those people there will not exist no more because we don't like. There's no demand, there's no need for good actors and that. We got fucking Netflix series and that. A lot of reality TV shows obviously been popping up over the last 2 decades and that. You got people on YouTube. You got more people spending more time on YouTube and TikTok than Netflix and that. Yeah? But back in those days, there was only 1 or 2 people that could become the Will Smith, the Steve Harveys, whoever, all these celebrities in it. There's only 1 or 2 spots that can be filled. Now, everybody has the opportunity to become some sort of celebrity. Now, I don't mean it's going to work, but at least you can enter the arena to compete. Before, you couldn't enter the arena. Yeah. And I don't believe in all this. It's not what you know, it's who you know and that. But at the same time, it was very difficult back in the day to be able to enter the arena to compete. Now, every and anyone could turn on the camera and start making some video and put themselves out there. Yeah, there's more competition. So it might make it a little bit harder because everyone's got a TikTok account with 4,000 or 5,000 views, yeah, followers and that. But you know what? I'd rather enter the arena with 1,000 people and have some stiff competition than not be able to enter the arena at all. Because then you have no chance. Man said his accountant's on crack, so he's talking numbers, you know. But can't you make a holding company and move the funds one company to another? You're gonna have to expand on that. I don't get, because obviously I've been talking about other stuff. So what do you think about the government lowering the capital gains tax to 3K? Yeah, it's good. What they need to do, they need to abolish that fucking inheritance tax completely. Obviously, there's ways around it though. Like if the money is gifted to someone 7 years before they die or something like that, you don't have to pay any money. Something like that. But this is a good question. So on YouTube, someone's asked, Jay Wise, I'm 24, bought a property, looking to move out of my parents by 30. By then, I should have 4 buy-to-lets. You think that's a good idea or should move out now? If you've got a good relationship with your parents, yeah, and they're not charging you 600, 700 pounds a month for rent or contributions or whatever, just stay at home. Well, what's the need to move out? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay at home. Because if you move out, then you only, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you're going to make your life just that tiny little bit more difficult, because now you got to, you know, I'm trying to say, you got to do more things for yourself and that. Try and play the game of having every advantage on your side and that. So stay at home. But if your parents is charging you some mad money, now get the fuck out of there, bro. I told you, I made videos about this already. Parents charging their kids all fucking £500-600 a month. And forget about that video that I done, like the reaction video to. I know someone, yeah, their mum was stood up in my back garden with me and my mum, was telling me that, yeah, my son, who's the same age as me at the time, yeah, I charge him £500 all in. Blood, this was when I was like 23 years old. What do you mean £500 all in? You running a fucking business, blood, about £500 all in. Yeah, I do his wash. I don't give a fuck what you do for him. Huh? Yeah, I'll cook his. I don't give a damn. Yeah. You charge me £500 a month, and you're talking about you're including dinner, and that. It better be dinner from Salt Bay's restaurant every fucking day. Shit. £500. These working class parents see their kids as an extra income. Do you know why? So this is the deep meaning, deep reason why these working class parents see their kids as an extra income or feel like their kids owe them. Because they had children at a time where they shouldn't have had children, yeah, their children were a burden to them. So it's almost like slyly, indirectly, I'm not saying they're taking it out on their children, but they feel like, oh, you owe me for me having to struggle to raise you. Motherfucker, you put yourself in that position to get pregnant. Yeah. Most women are not violated, so they had a child with someone that they didn't want. Yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you put yourself in that position to struggle. I don't want to hear about, oh, the baby that is a waste, man. It is a woman's duty to filter out the waste, man. This is why I don't feel sorry for none of these single mums and that. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, dumb men are just going to exist. Yeah, not everyone could be like Jay Wise. Yeah, there's going to be some dumb idiots that are going to exist and they're just going to want to breed up. Yeah, it's down to the women to filter them out. So anyway, these working class parents, because their child was a burden to them, which is self-inflicted, they feel like their child owes them. So right, you motherfucker, when you're old enough to start paying some serious bills and that, now you're going to pay me back for all the money I put into you and had to spend on you and that. It's not right. My kids don't owe me nothing but making sure they are successful. When I have children, I'm not going to charge them nothing. They can live for free. Obviously, I'm going to put them to work. They have to do chores and whatnot. Yeah? But they don't have to pay me no money. First and foremost, I'm not going to need their money. And secondly, well, the way they're going to be paying me is just by doing what they're supposed to do. They don't need to pay me nothing. But I promise you, if they think they're just going to sit around the house and smoke things they're not supposed to smoke and play video games, well, then get your fucking ass out. I kick his ass, kick my son's ass out. My kids don't need to pay nothing. Yeah, their payment is continuing the fucking, you know, the torch, carrying on the torch. Yeah, the torch of success. That's how my son will pay me back. Yeah, And if he fails to pay me back in that way by doing what he's supposed to, then I kick his ass out. It's as simple as that. I tell you, when I have a son, he's gonna have a hard life, boy. Boy, there ain't be no relaxing in this motherfucker. I promise you. Motherfucker gonna wish he ain't born. But it'll be worth it though. All right, let me see what these are saying on YouTube. Yeah, man, just stay at your parents' house as long as possible. Obviously, even if you're sitting on 10 properties, you don't want to still be living at your mum's house at 40 years old on 10 properties. Yeah, move the fuck out. But 24, listen, times are different now, yeah? Also, my mom's a big one. My mom's 52 and that. But my mom's generation, they moved out when they were 16, 17. Yeah. Our generation, we don't do that shit. Yeah. But my mom's generation, when they were 16, 17, if you was living at home at the age of 25, 30, you would have been looked at like some fucking bum. But now it's different. People are living longer. Times have changed. Just stay at your parents' house as long as possible. Obviously, don't want to be there at 40, even if you're sitting on 10 properties and that. Find a fucking woman and move out to Blood Club. Make her come move in with you, obviously. Put that in there. But yeah, man, just stay at your parents' house as long as possible. Because you're only going to make life that little bit more harder for you. So I'm not saying life is supposed to be hard, but you don't want to self-inflict anything on yourself, innit? Yeah. Do you know what you should make hard? Putting in those extra hours. Yeah, working till 10 p.m. Yeah, that's the hard you should be inflicting on yourself. So where are you looking to buy these properties anyway? What sort of area are we looking at? All right, let me go up because I missed a few comments now. Right, boom. Oh, big up man like Jake. What's going on, Jake? You still in? Because I just scrolled out. I see a comment. You're probably still in anyway. I don't think people understand they pay the extra tax on the extra pay. Yeah, that's the thing. So when you hit the 50 grand a year threshold and that, you don't pay 50% on your salary. That's 54 grand. You pay 50% on the 4,000. But that's the thing. We're just not educated. Ignorance. I'm 22. What should I do with 50K? Should I invest in a business or jump on a property ladder? Do you know what? Yeah. When someone asks me, "Oh, should I invest it in a business?" Really and truly, they have no real business plan. Like, I'm not disrespecting no one, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that if anyone's asking me, "What should I do with 20K? Should I invest it in a business or a property?" and that means that you probably don't have no business plan. Because if you had a business plan, you'd be working on it for so long that you ain't gonna ask some random person that you don't know what you should do with your 50K. You would already have like planned yourself mentally what you're gonna do with this business. So you will be so set on that you're not even gonna ask anyone that question so that they can stray you away from your plan. So you know what? Just invest in a property. Someone's asked you, "What's my opinion on AI?" I don't know. I'm like a Neanderthal, man. I'm way behind on technology. I'm still playing Snake on a 6230. Was it 6210? How much did you loan for your first property? So this property here cost me 136 grand. I put down a 13,600 deposit. So we're looking at a mortgage of 122,400. Yeah, 122,400. So I borrowed 122,400. Can you show me how to get loans to get property? I mean, obviously, like when you apply for a mortgage and that's how you get the loan. The bank or the lender, Barclays, Nationwide, Pepper Money, Aldermore, Kent Reliance, they will lend you the extra money. So you just have to come with a deposit. Oh, that's a good one. Why do most women think getting a council house is a flex? I'll answer that in a second. Let me just go for the rest of this. How much do you expect per month? Do you know what? With me, yeah, I'm not really too bothered about the profit and that per month because at the end of the day, I don't need the money that I make from my properties and that. But my life can only be 10 times better if I have a property portfolio of 10, 15, 20 in the next few years and that. So I'm not focused on the little bit of money. I'm focused on having a lot of properties and that. So I'm not too bothered about as long as it's giving me a little bit of profit and that. I'm not really too bothered about profit, but it just depends on the area and that. Yeah, it depends on the area. It depends on how you do it. If you rent out the whole entire property, which I would never recommend. If you rent out rooms, if you do Airbnb. One of my brethren has got a property in London. This guy makes like 48, 50 grand a year off of Airbnb. Someone asked, do you think there's an age limit on when you should start a business? No. Everyone like KFC fried chicken, yeah? Well, that guy, that Colonel Sanders or Colonel Saunders, whatever his name was, he started that business when he was like 60 years old. Right. So someone asked, why do most women think getting a council house is a flex? Do you know what? Yeah, it's got. I don't think it's got anything to do with the gender and that. First and foremost, women are always going to get a council house over a man. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah, women are more vulnerable and that, so they're more of a priority, and you know that's the way it should fucking be. Yeah, I don't want to be a priority because I'm vulnerable. Yeah, I don't want no help from no fucking government. And that, yeah? But it's got nothing to do with gender. I think it's more of a class thing because there's no woman that comes from a family of lawyers and doctors, and I don't think Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk's daughter is worried about getting a fucking council. So it's not really to do with gender. It's not really to do with women. It's more to do with class. Yeah? There's a lot of people moaning about, oh, you will never hear me say this. Yeah? So you got people who are born in this country moaning about people from another land, foreigners coming over here and taking all the council properties. Blood, that is broke people, that is peasant people problems. Do you think I care about the council properties going to foreign people that come over here? You don't give a shit. Only poor people are gonna care about stuff like that. You think fucking Alan Sugar or Drake's worried about the property and the council properties are going to all the foreign? They don't give a fuck. Only broke people are worried and arguing and fighting over fucking council house. You're fighting over scraps, blood. So it's more to do with a class thing. It's got nothing. There's no middle class women that are bankers, lawyers, and stockbrokers and are worried about fucking getting a council house. Yeah, it's working. It's a working class problem. So it's got nothing to do with gender. It's more to do with a class thing. So like I said, ain't no rich people. None of them people there that are part of the royal family give a shit about a council house that's been given to some foreign people. Yeah, I hear all the time English people moaning about, oh, Romanians coming over here taking the council houses. But why'd you give a shit about some dirty ass council house? Go and buy your own fucking property, bro. You will never hear me. I don't care. I don't give a damn about the council house stuff. It's got nothing to do with me. Someone said, what do you do for a day-to-day income? I'm an electrician. What motivates you to work hard? I don't want to be poor. I come from a good home, but like I said, I come from a poor home and that. And my mom could not afford to buy me trainers every month. No fucking way. My little sister, she doesn't realize how spoiled and how lucky she is. Obviously, she still comes from the same home as me, but the circumstances are a lot different. I'm the oldest child in my family, yeah. So I never had an older brother or older sister to just drop money on me or whatever. Randomly, every now and then, you know, like every month, JD has the biggest sale yet. Have you ever noticed that? JD Sports, every fucking 2-3 months, JD's biggest sale yet. Yeah, the lowest prices in history or whatever bullshit. I'll just go on to JD Sports website and just go to all the discounted trainers, and I'll just go and buy my sister 3 pairs of trainers. I didn't have no older brother or sister that could do that. Right? Certain times I was on hand-me-downies to blood clot. Yeah. I was growing up poor. Obviously, always had a roof over our head. I was never in a freezing cold house. Always had food on the table. But yeah, other than that, mate. Right, I got a guy from Amsterdam. Yeah, if you're still listening, hopefully. Yeah, man. Yeah, buy a property, man. You can't go wrong, man. Obviously, it's slower money than investing and starting a business, obviously, but slow money is good money. All right, sorry, man. You lot, I'm just trying to get through these comments, man. Man said at least allow your son to get Mercedes. Man said he learned a lot from me. Yeah, respect. Yeah, that the section 21 is that, yeah, something to do with the ain't the section 21 the fucking what do you call it? To do with the property, like like the limited company thing. Like, I don't know all these regulations. You ever been in HMP? Yeah. I was in Feltham and ISIS for a little bit. But I'm all caught up with the comments. How should I break up my pay slips to manage my money at the end of the month? So do you mean like doing a budgeting plan? Yeah, man, do that. So a man on YouTube said, after my 4th property, I'm buying a Beamer. So he's going to buy a BMW, yeah? A wise old Jamaican man said to me, buy a house before you buy a car. Now, you can't take that in a literal sense, like buy a house before you buy a car. But what he meant was, don't buy no flashy car until you get your own roof over your head or a property. Yeah? That's the sort of mindset you should be in. Yeah. It's the mindset of get what is in. So it's not even about the house or the car. It's being in the mindset of getting what is more important first. Yeah. You can't live in a fucking car if you can live in a house. Can I get get fast tracked on a council house? Should I move out or stay home with minimal expense? Stay home, man. Your ambition shouldn't be to get a fucking council house. Yeah, because yeah, you can get a council house and that, but in order for you to buy it, you have to wait X amount of years. And yeah, you get a discount on that. Do you really want to be sitting around for 10, 15 years to get a decent discount to buy a property? Forget the council house unless you really need it. Stay at home with your parents. You think any of these millionaires and that have a council house? No. Well, you should plan to be a millionaire, so you don't need no damn council house. My man, that's talking about the breaking up the pay slips. How much do you earn a month? Well, this person that lives in a council house, you need to buy your council house. What's the most you would say to pay rent living in parents' council house? 250, 300. Right. So Anna's, you're getting paid £2,000 after tax. You should be putting away 800 or £1,000. Yeah. If you can't put away 800 or £1,000, you need to be making some cutbacks. You need to look at what you need to live, yeah, as a human being, and what you spend money on, like extra things, yeah, that you don't really need, and you need to just make some cutbacks. Yeah, life is about sacrifice. Yeah? Nobody became rich without having to make some sacrifice. Whether that's their time, whether that's money, whether that's not going out enjoying their time with their friends, you have to make some sacrifice. So you got to make some cutbacks. Whatever that is, I don't know. Yeah. Right. My man's on my man's on 2,200 a month. He's 24. He lives at home with his parents, saving 1,600 a month. Jesus Christ. We on tins of corned beef? Fucking hell. You walk to work. Is work opposite, like across the street or something. That's good though. That's a nice little. So yeah, you're basically saving out 1,500 every month. So I'm trying to think. Oh, that's 18 grand. Yeah, 1,500 times 12. That's 18 grand for the year. Right, my man, serious, you know. In my Toyota, 15p a mile, you know. The man even the man even knows how much the car costs him per mile, you know. But yeah, 1,500 a month basically times 12. That's 18 grand for the year. That's nice. That's nice. But that's the thing, yeah. The reason why, yeah, I tell people to try and save up £1,000 every month. Because imagine, yeah, imagine if you can only save up £200-300 every month. Imagine, yeah, once you hit £1,000, then you're at 1,200 in September, then you're at 1,400 in October, then you're at 1,600 in November, then you're at 1,800 in December. Whereas if you're saving up £1,000 a month, every month you're in a new bracket. Yeah, you was at £1,000 in September, then you're at 2 in October, then you're at 3 in November, then you're at 4 in December. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like you can see the results. Whereas if you're only saving up £100 or £200 in there, you ain't seeing no fucking results. I mean, if I'm only saving up £200 and I'm going from 1,000 to 1,200 to 400 to 600, 800, and that ain't no fucking results. It's better than nothing, but ain't no results. Nah. So, yeah, man. And then there's some dumb people, yeah, that will say, the reason why some people are able to save up is because they're living at home with their parents and that. Blood, a lot of these people that say that, I promise you, if they had the opportunity to live at their parents' house and that, they would just live at their parents' house and then go and buy a Mercedes or lease or finance a Mercedes. There's so many people I've come across who say, the reason why you was able to save up is because you was living at your parents' house and that. These same people, if they went back in time, they would, yeah, maybe save up a little bit of money, but you know what? I got to live my life. All these older people that are struggling in their house, freezing cold, they live their life, and look where it got them. So I say, would you recommend starting a business from a young age, 19? Yeah, you're never too young to start a business. Man, like Usman, I watch all your content. Yeah, respect. Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, save up 30 grand for a yard, then get the Mercedes, yeah. But make sure you have a roof over your head, man, or a property, because you don't have to live there. How long should someone save for? I mean, how long's a piece of forever? Yeah. I say, bro, I've been banging your videos during work, keeps me focused. Yeah, respect, man. I don't have no business. I just got a few properties, so So he's soon finishing a level 3 computing course. What do you reckon the next move is? Well, you need to get a job that's in computing. You don't need to go to university. I know a man that was working for Zoopla. He just went to college, done some sort of IT computing course, yeah, and then he was working for Zoopla like IT technician, so something sort of like that. So you don't always have to go to uni. And then he was on. This was obviously years ago. When was I linking up with my man? We used to go Shoreditch. He lived in Hackney, near Wells Street, near one of my cousins. Yeah, we used to go Shoreditch, and I'm trying to think. It was when I first started driving, so like I was like 23. So we're talking like 8 years ago. Yeah, 2014 or something like that. So yeah, he was on like 36, 37 grand a year. So he'd probably be on more. All you need to do is get a decent paying job so that you can save money. Why not still do your level 4 computing in the evening and get the job at the same time? That's the thing. Like I swear, I think people feel like the only time you can be productive is during 9 to 5. Blood, if you want to win at life and be successful, motherfucker, you're gonna need to be productive from 6 to 10. Yeah, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. They don't think that your day starts and ends at 9 a.m. and finishes at 5 p.m. Motherfucker, your day got to start at 6 a.m. and finish at 10 p.m. if you really want to get ahead. Because if you do what the average Joe, the regular schmegular degular Joe does, well, you're going to have the same results as him. So in order to be better than the average Joe, you got to do what the average Joe is not willing to do. Start from 6, finish at 10. It doesn't mean hard grinding, hard working, but even just thinking, making some fucking plans in that time. Instead of just waking up at 7, getting to work at 9, clock watching, get home at 5, and then turn on the fucking TV or play video. I'm on TikTok. Oh, yeah. My man said every penny. So this is the person you lot on TikTok. This is the guy that said he he drives a Toyota 15p a mile. Yeah, that's good though. Someone wanted me to explain interest only. So I'll explain it like this, yeah. Let's say I buy a house that's worth 150 grand, yeah. And I have to put down a 10% deposit. So I put down 15,000, which is a 10% deposit of 150,000, yeah. So I borrow 135,000. If I done a capital repayment capital and interest payment, every year it goes down from 135 grand to 125 grand. Then the next year it goes from 125 grand to 115 grand. Then the following year, 115 grand to 105 grand. Capital repayment means you're paying back the money that you borrowed from the bank. When it's interest only, you never pay off the 135 grand you've borrowed. You never pay it off. It's fixed. The reason why they do that is because obviously they're expecting you to let out that property to someone else. So they keep your payments as cheap as possible because it's cheaper to have interest only than capital repayment. Yeah, 99.9% of the time. So yeah, with interest only, you do not pay back the loan. If you borrow 135 grand in the year 2000, by the year 2025, you still owe 135 grand. The good thing is that property that you bought that was worth 150 in the year 2000, well, it better well be fucking worth like, I don't know, 300 grand or 400 grand in the year 2025. So obviously, a man said interest is haram. Yeah, obviously, you know, if your religion and that tells you that you can't pay interest in it, you have to find another way around it. So if you can't take out a loan for a property, then you're gonna have to probably get your people them you and 4 of your brethren or cousins or brothers, whatever in it, yeah, all mucking together, buy houses in cash and renovate them and sell them. But there's a way around everything. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. I don't want to hear someone say, oh, well, I can't make a success of myself in the property game because I'm Muslim and his interest is haram. Like, there's some Muslim who has made millions off of property, yeah, who believes in not paying back interest. They found a way. So if they found a way, you can do it as well. Right. Oh, respect Jake for that. You see, anyone thinking of doing a mentoring, do it, you'll see a change in mentality 100%. And that's the main thing. It's all about the mindset. Yeah. The only reason why I've got money and doing well is because of my mind. It's not because of there's nothing else but the mind, yeah, that makes me do what I do. So it's all about the mindset. If you have a victim mentality, you're never gonna get nowhere. Right, there's a comment I wanted to find. Yeah, you're saying, yeah, that you can only attend level 4 computing in college from 9 till 4:30. I promise you, there is some college out there. It might not be on your doorstep, so you might have to travel outside your comfort zone and go 45 minutes up the road. There is some college that is doing an evening course in computing. There is some college that is doing Saturdays. Yeah, I'm from Edmonton. I was traveling to Notting Hill on a Saturday to go to uni. Yeah. So if you really want it that badly, yeah, you will find it and fit in around. There's some college or there's some not open university, you know, like study at home sort of course thing that you can do, yeah, in your own time. That's how you gotta think. Nah, there must be an option. There must be a way. As a man, if you receive flowers from your girl, how would you feel? My girl would never give me flowers, man. She respects me, but the fuck would she give me flowers for? Oh, so someone called Kevin said, yo, my boy Jonathan wants counseling. Tell him to send me an email or just tell him to DM me. If you've got TikTok, tell him to DM me. What mortgage provider giving the best rates considering your new flat? It's all different. All the different lenders give, like, the rates that I would get would be different rates to you. Our credit scores are different. I've got multiple properties and that. You might be a first-time buyer. Everyone's going to be different. So it's hard to say, but you just need to get in touch with a mortgage broker, innit? Someone asks, what are you mentoring for? So I'm just giving people and putting people on the right mind, giving people the right mindset, putting them on the right path to make something of themselves. So some people might feel like they're in a sticky situation, but I will find a solution to their sticky situation. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. If I give a man a solution to his sticky situation, nothing's gonna happen overnight. It might be a 5-year journey to get out of that sticky situation, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a way to fix every fucking problem. I don't even know why I have this mindset. Maybe it's because I'm an electrician and a part of my job is fault finding and fixing and solving problems. Someone asked, I swear this Super Marley man, he's from Edmonton as well. Jay Wise, is it worth me acting like a clown on social media for the money? Bro, I'm not acting like no damn clown on social media for no damn money. You think you ever catch me doing this nonsense? Yeah? Rolls. I beg, if I ever done that, you lot all unsubscribe. I don't give a shit what they're paying, bro. Someone said, oh, what about now with the high interest rates for properties and that? So what are you going to do? You're going to sit and wait for 3 years for the property interest rates to go down? I'm not waiting. No. Because in that 3 years that you're waiting, property values are going up and that. Right? And then there's some people who are going to sit for 2 years, 3 years and wait for this property crash to come. Blood, I'm not waiting for this property crash to come. What if it never happens? Or what if it don't happen in 2 years and it happens in 5 years? Nah, fuck that, man. Yeah, motherfucker, you gotta be more proactive. Yeah, stop waiting for things to come to you. Stop waiting for the perfect scenario or situation. Stop waiting for the stars align. Motherfucker, you gotta act. You know, like some of these guys on the internet say, oh, wait for choosing signals. If you see a nice girl, bro, go on and fucking approach the woman. Be more aggressive in life. Yeah, well, don't attack women, but attack the situation. Yeah, be more offensive. Yeah, be more aggressive. Eh? Sitting there waiting for choosing signals. You see a nice girl that you like, but why are you waiting? Now, maybe if you're in a fixed location and that, then yeah, maybe, innit, yeah? But still, you know what? I'll just go for it, man. Right. So someone asked, what's your plans when it comes to the end of the mortgage term if you're on interest only? Well, obviously, my mortgage terms are like 30 years or 35 years and that. Because obviously, I'm going to say I'm so young. I ain't that young, 31, but I can always get like 35-year terms and that. Because I think you can get like a mortgage from the start of wherever old you are. Like, I think you can get 35 years up until you're 35 or something. So like, let's say you're 35, you can get a 35-year term, which will take you to the age of 70 sometimes, innit? So the property should be gone up in value so much that I could just pay back the loan and not lose a wink of sleep. And now, unfortunately, there might be a crash at the time and you can't pay back that loan, innit? But I mean, the chances of that happening is very slim to none. So yeah, when it comes to the end of the mortgage term, just pay back the loan, and then you'll be sitting on 500 grand or whatever per property or something like that. Right, let me see. There's like 99 new fucking. So Nah, I didn't. Whoever that was that I invited, I didn't invite you. My finger keeps slipping. So someone asked how much is mentoring. It's only £52. You only need one session. Nah, I'll say the devil gin. Yeah. I know about them Tekken characters there. So at 24, you should be saving about £1,000 a month. Or let's say by 25, because by 24, 25 years old, you should have a decent paying job. You should be of some value to the workplace, to where they want to pay you some decent money. Yeah. In this world, if you do not provide value in some sort, I don't care what the value is. I don't care if the value is on the basketball court or the football pitch or a stand-up comedian or a doctor, anything. If you do not provide value, no one's going to want to pay you. Yeah? The more value you provide, typically, the more money you get paid. A dustbin man doesn't provide as much value as a doctor. So that's why he doesn't get paid as much as a doctor. I, as an electrician, I don't provide as much value as a doctor. So that's why I don't get paid as much as a doctor, because I don't provide as much value. People are like, oh, but electricians provide the electric for the people to blood. If everyone's dead and ain't no one to fucking heal and prescribe medicine, and now what the fuck do we need electric for if everyone's dead? So yeah, doctors provide more value than electricians, to some degree. So that's why they get paid more. Okay, let's go. I've missed so many fucking comments. Have you been to Jamaica? Yeah, I've been twice. I don't really like it, you know. I get bored when I'm out there. But you know what? Yeah, it's not even a Jamaican thing, you know. It's not because it's Jamaica. I just don't like going on holiday like that. Like after so the times I've been to Jamaica, I've always gone for like 12 days, only been twice. Once I get to that 10-day mark, I'm like, yeah, right. I want to go home now. That 10, 12-day mark, I want to go home. Some people will go Jamaica for 4, 5, 6 weeks and that. Now that's too long for me. Yeah, this person, so GWP, well, GWP. Yeah, so I bought the property under a limited company. And say, Mum's life, you need to pay me $1 million to do Rolls Royce. Yeah, you damn right, bro. But someone's talking about for money they will want to do this. But listen, there's some YouTubers right now, I ain't gonna say their name, but them black youths there, they look, well, one of them's the same age as me, but a couple of them are a couple years younger than me. They're acting like goddamn jackasses just to get a name and make money. I don't give a fuck, blood. I'm not acting like some damn fool on the internet, yeah, for the sake of money. Put some respect on your Ross Clark name. This is why people get disrespected at work. I don't give a fuck, blood. Yeah, I'm not having no manager or no one talk to me like I'm a damn idiot. I will get fired, and it's happened before. Manager chatting shit, told him to shut his mouth. I got fired. Cool, and I'll get fired from the next workplace. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. So someone asked, do you charge for mentoring? Yeah, £52 for a 1 hour session. You only need one session. What would you recommend for a guy that got caught up in a crossfire? How should he move? He ain't a GM. Got a lot to lose. Working as 90 G3. So where is this person living? Are they living in the area where they're getting caught up in a crossfire and that? Really and truly, if you're on 90,000 a year, you should be so busy that you ain't getting caught up in a crossfire. How the fuck you on 90 grand a year and still getting caught up in some gangland business? Yeah, should be past that shit, bro. What should you do with 15K at 18? Just keep stacking it, and when you got enough money to buy a property, buy a property. But yeah, I want to know. Expand on. Yeah, expand on this comment here. Right. Someone called Lizzie said, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's PCP? Is that in terms of cars? Is that like basically finance? Honestly, oh, finance. Yeah. I mean, I've spoken about this in videos and that. These guys, yeah, and everyone's doing it to keep up with the Joneses and that, but like, man, them that feel like they need to wear expensive clothes and drive luxury cars and that for gal. Blood, I want you to take a hard look at your life, yeah, and sit down, yeah, and calculate how much money you spent on these designer clothes, how much money you spent over the years on leasing or financing this car. Because it's all in aid to get gal, yeah? We're going to talk bullshit or we're going to talk some real talk now, yeah? Man, I'm wearing designer clothes and driving luxury cars subconsciously for gal, yeah? Respect for the flames and the roses. This person's trying to draw me out, trying to get me to do all kind of nonsense, and that ain't happening. Yeah. But yeah, respect still. So I want any guy that spends a lot of money on designer clothes and luxury cars and that. I want you to look at all the money that you spent over the last 4 or 5 years and that, and calculate it, and then compare it to how much girls you were getting. Yeah. And I promise you, the return on the investment is zero, almost zero to none. It's probably very shit, blood. So you're just wasting your money by buying these designer clothes and leasing and financing PCP or whatever you want to call it, financing these luxury cars and that. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. What would you do with 100K? I'll just buy 3 more properties. Honestly, a man that spent man said he's gonna say property. I mean, what else am I gonna say? I'm not gonna say buy a Rolex watch. Yeah, I'm not gonna say buy a Cartier or a Breitling and that. All this nonsense about a Breitling or AP watch or Rolex watch goes up faster in value than a property. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, blood. Yeah, property has more value than a fucking watch. Yeah, forget about the numerical value. Yeah, just the fact that you can house your fucking family. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, those guys that are spending all this money, I really want them to calculate how much money they spent over the last 4 years and then ask themselves, okay, how many girls did they get of quality as well? Yeah. Because what's the point of wearing designer, luxury, high branded clothes, expensive clothes, an expensive luxury car to some degree to be getting no girls and or average to low quality girls? What's the fucking point, blood? Let me tell you something. If I'm driving a Mercedes and wearing Moncler, I better have a 10 out of 10 Instagram model. Yeah. If not, it's not fucking worth it. I want these men here to sit down and calculate how much money they spent over the last 5 years on these cars and these luxury clothes. And then I want them to ask themselves, how many girls did they get to step with? Okay? And it's pretty much none. Very low. It's not worth it. The return on investment is not worth it. Right. Finally got back to me. The person is living in the area, but the thing is, he got out with some friends from the area. Oh, okay. You're gonna write the rest of it. All right. Yeah. So someone saying real estate is the ticket out of the hood. Yeah. I mean, I was able to move out of Edmonton, but I didn't buy a property because I wanted to move out of Edmonton. I love my area. There's some people like Edmonton's get me some kind of a poor area and anything, but I love where I grew up in it. But there's some people once they move out of the area, like Edmonton or Tottenham, whatever, in it. If they do eventually come back to the area, they look down on the ends. Nah, I don't look down on the ends. I'm not saying I do this, but if I did look down on anything or anyone, it will be the people who are still in the ends. See, I love my area. Yeah. Some people, oh, why are you still talking hood? Rare, who? Blood. Just because I got properties in that doesn't mean that I'm not from the ends. I'm not gonna start talking a certain way just because I've got money. Now I'll always be that guy from Edmund. I'll never forget where I come from. Yeah? I love my area. Like, man, I'm a real Edmontonian. I was born there, literally in North Middlesex. I'm not one of these people that move out of the area and pretend that I'm not from there or look down on the ends or hate the ends and that. You see the man them, because I know a few men that have moved out of Edmonton and they've got nothing but bad things to say about Edmonton. I know why. You was a victim in the ends. You weren't a part of the A team. So every time you step outside your house, you potentially was in danger. You see, when you're the A team and that, yeah, you don't have that fear, that threat. Obviously, every now and then, certain wolves might come from the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. But for the most part, 95% of the time, yeah, if you're one of the A team, Edmonton's just a playground for you, isn't it? So, oh shit, this person's from Edmonton as well. All right, let me read all these comments because there's a lot. Right, the person is living in the area. But the thing is, he got out with some friends from the area that he lives in. Out of nowhere, they tried to play cool with loud music and that. Then after a couple minutes, they saw some. I mean, I'm trying to make sense of this. One sec. I mean, no one's trying to scare anyone. Yeah, man are trying to do something. So it's a difficult one. I'm trying to make sense of it, but you know, if a man's on 90 grand and he feels like his life is in danger, just move then. Yeah, move. Or move real ghost. Yeah. Work extra hours so you don't get caught slipping. Run a moped or something. Oh, that's nice. So someone said, bro, I can't lie. I was on the road. Now I'm doing a trade. You motivated me. Yeah. Someone said, say if my ex had a better car than me. Blood, let me tell you something, yeah. I don't, my girl could get a fucking Ferrari or Maserati. I don't give a shit, blood. I've said this a couple times in some of my videos, yeah. Let's imagine, yeah, I started dealing with a new chick, yeah. Let's say, yeah, she's earning 200 grand for the year. Yeah. Her lifestyle is gonna appear to be a lot better than mine because she's on 200 grand for the year. But you know what? Even if someone is earning 30 grand for the year, which is basically half the amount of money that I take, yeah, the way people spend money, their lifestyle is gonna look better than mine anyway. I don't give a shit. But what is the purpose of money? To live a certain lifestyle on that. I don't have no lifestyle like that. So every and anyone, whether they're earning less than me or more than me, is gonna have a better lifestyle. So, bro, I don't care about if someone's driving a better car. My girl could get a Mercedes tomorrow. I wouldn't give a fuck. Yeah, or she could get a Range Rover tomorrow. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, oh, that's my excuse to not get a Range Rover or Mercedes. Then I got her to spend the money. So sorry, big man. I will get to your comment. Well, I just read out one of your comments anyway. All right. So someone called Ellie was saying, "Hey, yeah, well gone, well gone." How can a man say get off? Are you dissing the girl? Get off the live. Don't. Trying to distract the man. If you buy a sports car because she has a better car, you just yeah, you damn right. Blood, we need to stop competing with people. The only competition is yourself. I've got a video that I need to release. Obviously, I spoke about this a few times and that. I'll see if I can, if I remember, I'll drop it tomorrow and that. Yeah, man. Stop competing with other people, man. But yeah, respect for all the flames and the lightning bolts and the sparklers and that. Respect. Man, like MP, what's going on? What's going on? Flat or a house is the first property. Try and get a house, because that way you've got more potential for expansion. With a flat, you're limited. You buy a flat, there's hardly anything you can do with it. The most you can do with a flat is really and truly, you can convert it from a 1-bed to a 2-bed flat. With a house, you can convert that house into 2 separate flats. Yeah, you can build an extension. If there's a piece of land on the side of it that's connected to the house, you can build, if you own number 50, you can build a 50A next door. I went to one tenant's house like over a year ago, and I said to her, "Oh, that piece of land that's beside your house," because basically her property was an end terrace. Yeah, it was a mid-end terrace. So let's say the first number was obviously number 1, hers was like number 13. Then there was a large piece of land. Then there was 15, 17, 19, and so on and so forth. So I was like, "Oh, that piece of land that's beside your house between yours and number 15, is it your land? Like, is it a part of your house or part of the next house?" I said, "Oh, no, it's a part of this house." I was like, "You should definitely buy this property, because if you buy this property, there's more than enough space for you to build another house on the side, as long as you get planning permission. So it can be number 13A." She's yeah, kind of just changed the subject. But she's got an X4 BMW on the side. Let's not say these people just don't think. And then they wonder why they ain't got no fucking money. Dumb. Can't believe he told the girl to get off the live stream, you know. It's funny. Man said, "What do you treat yourself with?" I treat myself every day with being comfortable. I treat myself every day with being able to put on the heating and not giving a shit. I treat myself with peace of mind. So someone said best way to start day. I don't know if that's a question, but for me, I don't get up in the morning think what's the best way to start the day. I just get up and I start the day and I complete the day. I'm not into all this internet nonsense. Oh, get up at 4 in the morning, have a run, then come home and have a cold shower. That's what all millionaires do. Man, fuck that bullshit, blood. That's just man, some of the bullshit I've seen on YouTube, man. Get up at 4 in the morning and have a cold shower after you've come back from a run. Fuck that bullshit. Right. I say weak minds. I feel no way about trying to impress people. Bear man in top cats, living at mums. Yeah. Top cars, yeah. I mean, obviously you can bury the cables in the wall, but you're probably gonna have to get an angle grinder, and then that's really dusty. Unless you got one of them grinding machines that have the vacuum thing connected to it, so all the dust gets sucked into like the machine or whatever. What age do you think you will reach a million, either from property equity or other things? Oh, I mean, should be able to reach that by 50. Definitely, I'll definitely be able to like not have to work So basically retire by the age of 40 easily. But millionaire, I don't know. But I guess in order to be a millionaire and that, you don't have to have £1 million liquid cash in your bank account. You just need to have enough assets. You know, what they call it? No, it's not just assets. It's net worth. So net worth is your assets minus your liabilities, and that's your net worth. So yeah, as long as you have a net worth, so you can have like, I don't know, assets worth of 500 grand and liabilities worth 200 grand, where your net worth is like 300 grand basically. So someone said, oh, big up man like APB Construction. I know who you are. What's your experience with property market in Liverpool? How's it very cheap? Like, I mean, I have no experience with the property market in Liverpool, but that idea about buying the property that's in between Everton Stadium and Liverpool Stadium, if I was going to buy a property in Manchester or Liverpool, I would apply the same to both. So for you lot that's watching now, if I was going to buy a property in Manchester or Liverpool, I would buy a flat or a house, whatever, make it into an Airbnb, buy a house or a flat that's located somewhere in between, for Manchester, Man City and Old Trafford Stadium, or Liverpool, Everton Stadium, or Anfield. Everton Stadium or Anfield Stadium. Because I'm doing it so that obviously when the fans come over to watch the home or the away games, depending on whose team they're supporting, there's accommodation for them. I said, what's your property in Egypt saying? I ain't got a clue. It's just an empty shell. I had to pay the service charge, maintenance charge the other day because I was like 3 years behind and that. I think I had to pay like, it's like £400 or something. How do we join the Patreon and what do we get access to? So you go on my Patreon. So Patreon, JY's TV. Obviously, you can be a free member, but you're not going to be able to watch much videos. Every now and then I'll drop a video for free. But once you gain access, it's all my reaction videos. There's bare videos on there, and there's bare videos to come. I've got videos booked up until 2025 or something like that. So, yeah, you just get access to reaction videos that you're not going to see on YouTube. It's exclusive content. I mean, it's not, I mean, is it possible to have no liabilities at all? I mean, it is possible, but I mean, you're always going to have some liabilities. Can you ever have 3 switches for a light? Yeah, you can have two two-way lights and an intermediate light. So you have one light here, and then you have, you have two-way switches and one intermediate switch. So you might have a long corridor, you have one light, and then you have 3 switches, and all 3 of those switches can switch off the light in the corridor. It's usually going up and down the stairs where they usually have like an intermediate switch on that. So yeah, the person I was asking about the Patreon and that, yeah, just sign up to the Patreon and then yeah, you get to watch all the exclusive videos. A lot of the videos I've been doing is you know, them gold digger videos. Yeah, like with a man they set up their girl to see if she's gonna cheat and that, and for the most part, most of them do cheat. Now, with them gold digger exposing videos, whatever, well, catch a cheater videos, whatever. I never do it when the girl is testing out the boyfriend to see if the boyfriend's gonna try and move to a next gal. Because man, them are gonna move to a gal. Yeah, you ain't gonna offer no BBL to a man. A man's not gonna turn it down, innit? So I'm not gonna be surprised by anything there, innit? So I don't want to watch them. But I always do the reaction videos to the guy that's setting up his girlfriend to see if she's loyal. And some of them, boy, some of them, like, it's crazy the speed at which these girls are willing to jump ship. I've got videos coming out where girls are literally kissing a next man in 30 minutes. I'm like, blood, this girl is writing off a whole year's relationship in 30 minutes. So God knows what she was doing in between that time. Fucking crazy, blood. How did you get the job you currently have? Through agency. Nah. A man said, my girl wants me to move in. She's crying because I said, no, what should I do? Don't move into her house. Listen, let me tell you something right now, yeah? Your girl is crying that you do not want to move into her house. I promise you, when a man moves into a woman's house, yeah, or when the question of a man moving into a woman's house comes up, at the end of it, someone's going to be crying. Either she's going to cry because you don't want to move in, or a year or two down the line, you're going to be crying because you're back on your mom's fucking sofa. Huh? So don't move into no girl's yard. Why don't you start a podcast? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of these podcasts, yeah, and some of the guests, they don't know how to fucking behave and stuff. But you know what? Maybe the host just hasn't told them, look, these are the rules and it is what it is. But even then, I've seen like podcasts in America and the girls just disrespectful and that. But I've seen men on podcasts and that, you're having a one-to-one interview with the content creator, with the host, and a man's there on his phone. But put the fucking phone away. Put the phone away, blood. Let me tell you something. No one can live call me and be smoking weed. No. You gotta turn your camera off. I'm not promoting that on my channel, blood. Yeah. Let alone fucking like I see these podcasts and that with a man in my bunning weed. If a man ever invite me onto their podcast and I know they bun weed, I'll tell them, my friend, you need to not bun weed around me or I ain't coming. It's as simple as that. If any of you don't think I'm talking shit, I go to tenants' houses and they will pull out cigarettes and they will pull out weed in front of me. And I will ask them politely, do you mind not smoking in front of me? I don't smoke. 95% of the time, the tenants are cool. I've had people kick off. I've had man start shouting. I've had man tell me, this is my house. Don't tell me what to do in my flat, whatever. I've had a man the other day pull out a hockey stick. I don't care. You are not smoking around me, and I'm just going to sit there and not say nothing. Don't business. So there's no way, yeah, I'm going to be going on no podcast and people are bunning weed around me. And what's the difference between an electrical mate and an apprenticeship? An electrical mate is someone that, I mean, they're very similar in that, but I feel like someone who's an electrical mate, they're not really trying to become fully qualified. They're just there to be an extra pair of hands. Yeah, it's kind of like Batman and Robin. You're just a little sidekick rather than trying to be the superhero, if that makes sense. Yeah. She's talking about it will be at our house because we'll both be on a tenancy agreement. Because to be fair, I do know a man who said to me, because I said to him, "Blood, what are you gonna do if your girl kicks you out?" And he's like, "Nah, she can't legally kick me out because we're both gonna be on a tenancy agreement." Well, I mean, hey, it's up to you. It's up to you. But I know why you want to move in. You just want extra access to the cheeks, man. Yeah. But yeah, real talk, man, backed out a hockey stick. I wasn't even trying to move, you know. I wasn't even trying to move. I'm so dedicated to the task. Yeah. The guy had to say, no, you need to stop what you're doing and leave my house now. The guy was trying to say I was intimidating him. Blood, if you see the size of this fucking guy, he weren't that tall, but he was big. Yeah, not hench, like he had a little bit of weight on him. Like if he took off his top, I'd expect to see some double D tits or something like that. But yeah, and he's trying to say that I was fucking intimidating him. Right. So someone's asked advice on buying flats in the UK or any other country. So if you can buy a house, but if not, if you buy a flat, yeah, go ahead. Obviously, there's going to be service charges and whatnot to pay, ground rent and that. Try and stay away from any block that has a lift because the service charge is usually going to be expensive. But even then, obviously, I live in Northampton at the moment, and I remember I looked at one flat that was above the subway in the Northampton town centre, and they were trying to charge like 1,200 a year for service charge. Blood. There was like 15 steps as you bust the front door open, the main door that takes you from the street into the flat block. There's like 15 steps upstairs and then a long corridor, and they're trying to charge 1,200 for what? There isn't even a lift. Yeah. The Tesco delivery man's gonna have to bruck his back every time to deliver the shopping. He ain't even got fucking lift access. But what were you charging 1,200 for? So yeah, if you can get a house, but if not, get a flat. Just get something. Get your foot on the property ladder as soon as. Don't be waiting for no interest rates to fall or no property prices to fall because you don't know. Yeah, they can predict all they want, but no one knows for sure. So I wouldn't even be waiting. I said best property overseas. What do you mean? What do you mean? I was supposed to come off at 10 o'clock. I'm coming off in 5 minutes. Ah, respect, man. Just join the Patreon. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. The range of content that I've got, yeah. There's certain things I want to put on there, but I'm like, nah, I can't get blocked on that. Because you know that program Cheaters, they show a little X-rated. Obviously, it's blurred and that, but I ain't even taking no chances of getting blocked on that. But there's certain videos that I've done reaction videos to that I can't even upload on YouTube. They won't even let me. So I put them on Patreon. Like there's even a old documentary series called The Met Police in London. You can't watch that on YouTube, but you can watch it on Daily Motion. So I've downloaded it from there and done reaction videos to it. So yeah, man, there's bare content. You won't be disappointed with the Patreon. Yeah, so a man said for real, Merc, but living in a box room. I think you said that in one of your videos. Yeah. Yeah. Because I used to have a box room. Yeah. Even when I had this house, I was still living at my mum's house. I was in a little tiny box room and that. And I was thinking, you know, there's some people who are in my position. Well, forget about the property, but they're living in their parents' house. They're in a box room, but they got a Mercedes outside and they're peeking through the blinds, making sure on a Wednesday morning at 8:30, the fucking rubbish truck isn't gonna scrape past their cars. Because them bin men, they're notorious when they drive in them trucks and that, scraping up the place and damaging people's cars and that. What's going on? What's going on, Lizzie? What's going on? Man said, why is everyone buying in Egypt? I don't know. I bought this property in Egypt in 2017, December, around then. Man, like Tommy Gallagher, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, he's this guy kicking off all the girls, fam. Unless you're talking business. Rah. What happened to chivalry and respect for women, man? What happened to you? Right. So someone said, bro, what do you think about riding out for bros, worth it or not? Age? Nah, fam. Nah, don't be riding out for no one. These are gonna be the same people that if you go to jail, they're gonna forget about you. There's man that I know right now, yeah, right now, who are in jail for M's that I was cool with, and I don't even go and check them. I don't write to them. And vice versa, God forbid, yeah, I was in jail for something mad, something long. Would they be writing to me? No. Unfortunately, when you go into jail, people's lives continue and people just forget about you. Everyone's got their own little problems. You are not a priority for them. Unless you're a man's brother, like blood brother, yeah? Or you're a man's, you get me, like, or it's your mum that's thinking about you. Only them people there, or your gal, them people there are gonna be thinking about you like that. Your friends and that, once you go to jail, then man, they will forget about you. Not all, because I heard certain man, you get me, like one of my brothers was in jail. I went to go and visit him in Feltham. But for the most part, out of sight, out of mind. The man, they'll just forget about you. The man said, give us another OT story time. I mean, obviously, I only went country one time in it, so my story is going to be limited. But one thing I do know is not worth it. I remember the cat was saying to me, yo, you need to stop doing this. It's not worth the amount of money that you're getting paid, you know. So imagine a cat that has no teeth in her mouth that sells her body, is telling me that this is not worth it. Who the fuck are you telling about it's not worth it? Yeah, that's how I know, bro. Man, I had to stop doing that. It's the first and last time, bro. Shit. What's this guy saying? Do you do consultations? Well, yeah, I do mentoring and that, yeah. Someone asked how many properties you got. So I've got 1 house and 3 flats. You can go and check my video. There's receipts there. I'm trying to say, because at the end of the day, because some people are like, oh, you don't need to prove. No. On the internet, you have something to prove. Yeah, not about how gangster you are in it, but what I'm saying is talk is cheap. So I do have something to prove on the internet because there's a lot of fake people. So how do people on the internet know that I'm not fake? If most people are fake, if most people are just scammers and con artists, like, yeah, sign up for this course. It's $2,000. Yeah, we're gonna put you on a 6-month plan and all this bullshit. Yeah, so you know, to some degree, you do have something to prove on the internet. Not about how much of a G you are, but like talk is cheap. Yeah. Someone asks, while she was in jail, did you think your life was over? Nah, because I knew I was coming out soon. So no. Right. Where do you get leads for your electrical work? So I don't do random jobs. I'm on a contract. So I don't get leads or anything like that. But I do get work coming my way because I'm signed up to various different agencies. They contact me. Every other day, I'll get some sort of text or email coming to me personally. And if not in between that, I'm on like the electrical group chats and that. They will send like job links in and whatnot, whatever in it, yeah. They will send all that stuff in. So the consultation, the mentoring is £52. But yeah, every other day I'll get some sort of job coming my way and that. So you'll never be out of a job as an electrician. As long as you're signed up to enough agencies and that. Yeah. It's definitely worth doing the gas after plumbing, yeah. What do you think about getting a buy to let and then moving out to rent? You mean getting a residential to move out to rent? I mean, apparently you can do it. Like you can get a residential property and then get consent to let after a certain amount of time. Bro, how do you make good friends? You just have to find like-minded people. You damn right, man. Oh, you think you'll enjoy your retirement? You damn right. You damn right. No. Getting consent to let is not mortgage fraud. You're allowed to do that. Now, obviously, if when you do your mortgage application, if you tell the lender, oh, I'm getting this mortgage. One sec. Yeah, I'm getting this mortgage so that I can let it out in 6 months' time. I mean, that's not too ethical, you know what I'm trying to say. But legally, you can get consent to let. Do gas engineers and plumbers earn more than electricians? Do you know what? I think they probably do. In this current climate, I think them gas engineers earn more than electricians. So yeah, anyone wanting to be a gas engineer or a plumber, it's a good shout still. Yeah, I like the Fresh and Fit podcast. Yeah. Yeah. So thoughts on a 24-year-old have currently 18K in savings after paying for a property. You think that's a decent? Yeah. Blood, you don't need to be sitting on no big money. Just have 5, 6 grand, 7, 8 grand. That's it. That's all you need. All these people talk about, you need 12 months savings. Just fam. Nah. People talking about, you need 12 months worth of living expenses in savings. So let's say your living expense is 2 grand. Yeah, you need 12 months. That's 24 grand. Man, fuck that bullshit. When was the last time anyone needed 20 grand or 10 grand? Never. The only time I was in a situation where I might have needed some money, but I had it, was when my boiler broke down. It cost me like 1,800 to get a new boiler and get it fitted, or 1,600. Yeah. So I'm saying, you man are thinking of doing a gas engineering and that, hey, it's worth it. Obviously, the boiler cost me 1,200, but I paid a man £600 to fit the new boiler. He done it in one day. £600 a day, decent money. I think he left here. So he was here from probably 8, left at like 8 p.m. I'll work from 8 till 8 p.m. for £600 a day. No fucking problem. Do you know what? All tradespeople earn a good wage. You got painters out here charging fucking like £1,000 to paint a flat and some madman money. That's why I'm painting the flat on my own. I'm not paying no one to go like this. Yeah, I ain't paying no one £1,000 to go. All tradesmen, they all earn good money for the most part. Roughly how much savings you need to start property in London? You need a lot of money, man. You need a lot of money. Yeah. So my advice here would be to start outside London. But if you can afford it, because all you have to do, is just think to yourself, well, how much is a property in London? 500, 400 grand, 500 grand. Well, what's 10%? I'm sorry, what's 25%? If you're going to do a buy-to-let property, what's 25% of 400 grand? 100. What's 25% of 500 grand? 125 grand. Who's got 125 grand or 100 grand in cash? And even if you was to buy a residential property, okay, the property is worth 400 grand. You put down a 10% deposit, which is 40 grand. Can you borrow 360 grand? Are you on a wage of 75, 80 grand to be able to afford to borrow 360? So yeah, like someone said, buy in Birmingham. Yeah. Birmingham, there's some cheap parts. Obviously, there's parts that are not so cheap, but Birmingham is cheap. Do you listen to rap and drill? Yeah. Obviously, man started off listening to like grime and that when I was like 13, probably 14 and that. And then, yeah, when I was coming up 16, 17, all I was listening to was Gas Gang and PYG. That's it. That's it. Obviously, some Young Spray and that, little Klashnikov and that. But yeah, definitely like, yeah, I was listening to fucking, yeah, Gas Gang and PYG. I mean, I don't have no favorite drill rapper, and I just listen to like 1, 2 songs here and there from different things. But like, I like some of them Wood Green youth, so like Lamps and G Mads. I like their tracks and R.I.P. Lamps. Nah, someone asked you, do you listen to Terminator from ever? No, I do not listen to Terminator. What made you to create this channel? Obviously, I was on YouTube for years and that, still am. But basically, I was sick and tired of hearing people complain about, oh, life is harder for black people, and it's not. So that's why man had to just jump on YouTube just to prove a point. Like, that's why man have to put these videos up about me showing the properties and that to show you, like, yo, you lot can come from the ends, you can go to jail. Not that I'm recommending anyone go to prison. You can quote unquote mess your life up and then still turn it around and be ahead of other people. Right now, I could, God forbid, I'll be in a coma for 5 years. I could give people 5 years, they still wouldn't even catch up to me. So obviously, one of my properties I live in, which is this one, 2 of them are rented out, and the other one, I'm in the process of doing it up. So that's going to get rented out as well. Nah, well, I mean, Terminator was about when I was about, but he's like 6, 7 years older than me, so I never knew him. But some of my man, they knew him. But yeah, he's like probably 37 now or something like that. Yeah, respect, Sean, respect. Is it easy to find tenants in the area where your properties are located? Yeah. Just advertise on Spare Room, Room Finder, all them. You always have people trying to hit you up, trying to rent a room and that. Do you train in the gym? Nah. I just go running every other day. Who's C Montana? I've never heard of that person. So I'm buying properties in Northampton. But yeah, I don't know who C Montana is. I've never heard of them. Must be someone from America though, yeah? I don't know, man. Someone asked me about why I don't train in the gym. I don't know, man. I just couldn't get back into it, man. I used to train in the gym before, but shared ownership property with friends. Nah, legally, that's not allowed. Yeah, I don't think legally, but you know what? Double check for yourself. Yeah, because I ain't 100% sure. I mean, I'll ask my girl, but she's asleep, so I'll ask her. Unless you're talking about owning a property, because obviously shared ownership is different to owning a property with friends. Oh shit, I read it wrong. Shared property ownership with friends. See, this is what happens when you don't read things properly. So shared property ownership with friends. If you're gonna do something with friends and that, I'd say just buy properties, fix them up, and sell them. Yeah, just do that. But if you want to buy properties, fix them up, or buy properties and then rent them out to people, that's up to you. But it's a lot of money tied up in a property that you're not gonna get that much profit back from. So planning on buying a property in Sheffield, cash is about 80k. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. If I had 80k, I'll just go and buy 2 buy-to-let properties in Northampton. I would never pay for a property in cash, never. It's 15k good at 20. Yeah, that's good money, man. It's more than I had at 20. At 20, what, I had about almost 2 grand or something like that. Man asked me, have I ever been shot at? Nah, I ain't been shot at yet. Nah, not yet. Best areas to buy properties at. So Northampton's good. Probably Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is a little bit more expensive though. Birmingham, Manchester, probably Liverpool. Is White Hart Lane, Somerset Flat good investment? I know where White Hart Lane is, but Somerset Flat, I'm not really too sure where that is, you know. I know there was a school there called Somerset. That was a bad school. They had to shut it down, apparently. Should I buy buy a 1-bed flat as my first property? Yeah, do that. I mean, so a man asked me, do you have any of your mates hating on you because of this channel you built? Probably, but it's not going to be overt. It's going to be covert hating. So like on sly, man might not say nothing, but I noticed, yeah, what happened was when I first started this channel, yeah, so YouTube, forget about TikTok. Yeah, I remember, yeah, like I had 5 people, let's say, that were in contact with me here and there. Every once, 2, 3, 4 months, they'll just drop in and send man a text and that. As soon as man started this YouTube thing, it was like day and night. People just dropped off. I have not, since I started my YouTube channel, there's some people who, like I said, I would speak to them every 3, 4 months. They would hit me up. As soon as I started the YouTube channel, I have not heard from them in the last 5 years. It's almost as if like I don't know, the line of connection has been disconnected, bro. Yeah. Dead radio silence. I've not heard from them. Literally. Big up JM Talks TV. Oh, JM Talks channel. How much can you make from a buy to let with 80K? I mean, it's going to be hard to say, man, because you can't buy no property in Northampton with just 80K unless it's on auction. But if you buy a property with 80K, you're going to see a little bit of but I'm thinking about someone buying property in cash because blood, with 80K, yeah, you can buy 2 flats, yeah. You're not going to buy them in cash. You're going to get 2 mortgages and that. Blood, you can generate at least £400 profit from both of them. So you can get £800 profit back easily, man. More. Just depends on how you do. If you do Airbnb, then the sky's almost the limit. So Ali, you're asking about buying your first property. What's your living situation at the moment? Are you living with parents or are you renting somewhere? So someone said, please help. Do you think it's better to do a job for love for mid-pay or do a job you don't like for higher pay? I mean, it depends. Yeah, if the job is destroying your soul every day, that's not really good. By the end of the day, that's the sacrifice that you gotta make. Yeah, you gotta do things that you don't like. So I always go for the higher paying job. Now, obviously, if it's a difference between £10, then I'm gonna pick the job that I like more. But if it's a difference of like £150, motherfucker, I'm doing that job that I don't like because the money is gonna be good at the end of it. So I just think about the money. Do you play the lottery? No, I will never play the lottery. It was a comment I wanted to respond to. So a man said, so why do you think that is? Would you ever reach out to them? And no, I don't reach out. I don't contact nobody. If you lot have seen my videos where I'm talking about I don't visit family members and that. Right, the guy said he's living with parents. Just stay at your parents' house and buy the buy-to-let property. Right, you're 32, yeah, with 11 mixtapes in the game, but I ain't getting no traction. Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a Spotify channel? Do you have a TikTok account? Yeah. More than likely, you don't have a TikTok account because you're in the live stream and you don't even have a profile picture. Let me see if I can. Yeah, yeah. You're doing yourself a disservice by. Let me just explain something to any of you lot watching this right now. Yeah? If any of you lot have some sort of business idea, you should have a social media account. It's free advertising. I don't give a fuck, yeah, if you're baking donuts or cooking food or you like to play the piano or you want to take it somewhere further. You should have a social media account. You should have YouTube videos. You should have TikTok account. You should have an Instagram account. So you're doing yourself a disservice by having all these mixtapes and that, but you're not having no social media accounts. Maybe you do, but I can only go on what you're showing me right now. And what you're showing me is an account that has no profile picture with 4 followers. So you're only selling yourself short by not having no social media. But let me see what he says. What age would you say you've overstayed your parents' welcome at your house? Overstayed your welcome at your parents'? Probably like 35, man. Time to start moving on now. Opinion on sport betting. You gotta stop. You're trying to get rich without putting in the effort. So you gotta stop that sport betting nonsense. Betting is an enemy of progression, yeah. I said, true good question. Will you ever buy a mountain? Probably not. Maybe I might buy a Mercedes. You never know. Maybe one day. I feel like I can't buy a Mercedes now. I've dissed it too much. Obviously, you lot have been egging me on though. It's you lot's fault. Why would you get mortgage? Sorry, why would you mortgage instead of buying the property with cash? Because with cash, you're tying up a lot of money into one thing. Whereas if you use that cash, you can have and take control of assets without having to put down as much of a deposit. I promise you, if you have 100 grand in cash and you buy one house, you will be worse off than if you took that 100 grand and put down 25% deposits on property. I promise you, with that one house, you will have less, yeah, you will have less cash flow, you have less money coming to you than if you use that 100 grand and you bought 4 properties. Yeah, because you put down 4 deposits, 25% deposits, and you have more cash flow coming to you. So that's why I would never buy a house in cash. I would never buy a house in cash, and I'll never try to pay off my mortgage early. Someone asked, what car do you drive? Honda Civic, 2009. Yeah. I'm blacklisted for Mercedes, yeah. Don't they still do affordability checks on buy-to-lets? You know, yeah. Let's say, yeah, a buy-to-let property is, I don't know, 200 grand, yeah, and you put down 50 grand. You can put down a 50% deposit, sorry, a 50 grand deposit, which is a 25% deposit on a buy-to-let with no income. Some lenders don't require you to have any income. You can literally have £0, 0 pence income for the year. Some lenders say you need to have 12.5 grand minimum income, which you should do. And then some lenders say you need to have a minimum of £25,000 minimum income. So some lenders don't even require you to have no money. So for example, if you're sitting on 60 grand and you say, oh, I want to put down a 25% deposit on a house that's worth 200 grand. So that means I have to give away 50 grand. You could have not worked for 2 years. and still bought that property. So yeah, with buy to lets, because the thing with buy to lets is they're not relying on you to pay for the property. They're relying on the tenants to pay for the property. So that's why I have to put so much of a high deposit, because they know the money's not going to come out of your pocket. Most people cannot afford to pay their own mortgage and pay for a mortgage on another property as well. I mean, I did make a video on the step-by-step guide on how to buy a property, you know. Type in JY's TV property. There's a video there about how to buy a property step by step. The first step I'm talking about, you need to get in the right frame of mind. Yeah, which is, if you're thinking about buying a Rolex watch or some luxury clothes or designer clothes and that, well, you're in the wrong mind frame for buying a property. Man, like videos to views. Big up, loyal subscriber them to the reaction videos. Go to my page, and even if you don't want to sign up, there's some free reaction videos there for you to watch. My credit score is 600. Any advice? What is it 600 on? Xperia or one of them other ones? Because some of them are rated out of 999 and some of them are rated out of like 800. So if your credit score is 600 out of 800, that's not too bad. But if it's 600 out of 999, that's not too good. Someone said, "What do you do for a living?" I'm an electrician. So I bought a pendant. I can't even sell it for half the price. Don't waste money on jewels. Do you wear designer clothes? No. Although my girl bought me a Versace robe the other day, Christmas. So you knowing this information now on life, how many properties would you want your son to have at 21? Yeah, that's an interesting question. I ain't really thought about it like that. Obviously, I want my son to put in the work and that, but you know what? He's going to be able to inherit some of my fortune as well. But yeah, I mean, if he just has one or two properties, but I mean, what is mine will eventually be his, if that makes sense. This is why I do what I do, to leave stuff behind for the next generation. So I said, bro, I'm 27, saved up 3K, but I'm going Turkey for a hair transplant. Should I cancel? I'm not gonna say don't get the hair transplant. I'm just gonna say don't go Turkey, blood. Look at them man there. Them man there, during the day, they'll be doing hair transplants, and in the evening, they'll be serving up shish kebab. Nah, fam. No. Them man there, a part-time hair transplant doctor, and then fucking part-time shish kebab boss man. Nah, fuck that, blood. Nah. I heard too much horror stories about, but not with the hair transplant, but like all the BBLs going wrong. A couple girls died. A couple girls have died from the BBLs. Big up man like Sleaze into the building. Come on. Yeah, a couple girls have died from BBLs, and so you know, now fuck that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. I don't get it. I love my Turkish and Kurdish people. Yeah, they're nice people. In my mum's road, we've got like 5, 6, 7 Kurdish families all on my mum's road. Nice people. But yeah, nah, man, just stick to stick to one thing. It's either you're doing a hair transplant or you're doing kebabs. Yeah, one of the two. You can't do both. So someone asked, does your 2009 Honda Civic break down? No, I've had a few problems with it though. So like one time the heating went out on the car. So imagine, yeah, the heating didn't work on the car. And I can't remember what month it was. Oh, it was like December or something like that. Blood? Let me tell you something, yeah. That was like driving around inside of a fridge with wheels, blood. Imagine the heating does not work in your car and it's winter time. I remember, yeah. So like obviously I use my car for work. So driving around during the day wasn't too bad because I'm not in the car for that long. But one particular weekend when the heating wasn't working on the car, I was driving back home to my mum's house, innit? So obviously I'm on the motorway for an hour and a half. Blood, let me tell you what I did, yeah? I put on 2 tracksuit bottoms, yeah? Obviously I'm wearing socks and trainers, 2 jackets, a balaclava, and a woolly hat. Yeah, I look like I'm going on a fucking move on the M1 southbound to Edmonton. Yeah, it was freezing. I may as well have had the windows down whilst driving on the motorway, and gloves as well, thick. Not them little idiot magic gloves where the right hand fits the left hand. No, them proper thick thermal gloves. Yeah, it was freezing, blood. So I had a few problems with the car, and no wonder. Yeah, I've got one car, but I've had so many parts changed on my car. There's like 9 cars inside my one car, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I'm streaming on TikTok as well. I'm coming off in 5 minutes. I know I said that about an hour and 45 minutes. Does your brethren still watch Mad Unks? Probably. Have you still got your R6? Yeah. I took it out for a ride on Boxing Day, yeah, the day after Christmas Day. Buy a Canada Goose, keeps you warm. No, I'll just fix the the heating in my car. Yeah. Once you start buying multiple properties at the same time, yeah, probably. If they truly need renovating, though. No, Sleaze, I'm coming off in 5 minutes because I was supposed to get off at 10 o'clock. The title of this live stream on YouTube is called 1 hour live stream, and I'm at the 3 hour and 1 minute mark. My brethren's in an open relationship with this girl. What's your thoughts? Any advice to give him? Is it a one-sided open relationship or is it a two-sided open relationship? So, which means obviously the guy, he can do what he wants, but the girl can't. So a man like nah, fuck that, man. That's some what's that guy's name? What's that fool's name, blood? The one that had his girl getting banged out by that black man in America. Right, Joel Morgan said, "What would you do if you have 70K? If you have 70K but don't own a or have your own house?" Shit. What would you do? Fam, is this even a question? What would you do if you have 70K but don't own a property or have your own house yet? Buy a property, blood. Oh, okay, yeah, that's his name. Yeah. I met her online, you know. I met my girl online. Coming off in 2 minutes. Coming off in 2 minutes. Nah, man. There's people out here with savings. Yeah, not that you there with the blue hair. Nah, the other one, yeah. Nah, it's always better to meet girls in person, man. My girl is half Arab, half Eastern European. What's your opinion on buying the latest iPhone? What phone do you have? I've got a Samsung S9. If you've got an iPhone and it works perfect, then just stick to the phone. Yeah, I don't even know if there's a Samsung S11 or S13. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I don't care. Like my phone works perfectly fine. Yeah, I can convey my messages on this phone. I'm not getting a new phone. So a man asked, what do I currently do? So I'm an electrician. Why didn't you buy in London? I couldn't afford a property in London. It's too expensive. So a guy said, my girl's Romanian, bro. Opinions. I mean, yeah. Eastern European girls, they, like Eastern European people, they keep their houses nice and clean. The ones houses I've been to. Obviously, there's been a couple people's houses I've been to a bit rough, but that's like anything. But for the most part, they keep their houses nice and clean. So, boy. What color is your Bugatti? When I look into the future, it will be red. The man said the Romanians are coming. Yeah, that. How the fuck they can create a TV series called The Romanians Are Coming, right? How's the property in Egypt? I ain't been there. Yeah, so I don't rent it out. It's only a little studio flat. How many gal you been through? Not that much, only like 25 or something, But for me, it's more like quality over quantity. Some of the things that man's had before, boy, niggas want to wife that shit up. Capping, 25 ain't that much. Oh, no, I ain't been through 100. Nah, I know, man's good looking, no homo, you get me in it, but nah, not that much, man. Oh, there was a video, There was a video that I dropped, yeah, because I was talking about when I went to Jamaica, and obviously during this video, I must have showed like when I was in the thing, and there was a like my ex was in the video. And I think so I was like, who the fuck is that girl or something? I'm like, blood, like these are the things that man used to deal with, blood, back in the day. Let me see if I can. What's the name of the video? You lot got me thinking now, There's a video that I dropped that had one of my ex-girls in. I can't remember what the name of the fucking video is. Man said, bro, what did the Mercedes girls do to your car? Nah. She's half Iraqi, like Iranian and Iraqi and Eastern European. So who manages the property? No one. It's an empty shell. There's nothing in there. There's no kitchen. I have to buy the kitchen and that. Man said, who's got time to run through 100 ticks? Yeah, for real. Blood. Like, to smash 100 girls, you have to do a lot of dating and that. Yeah. So if you're doing a lot of dating, that means that you're taking time away from being successful. So what do you think of Dr. Umar? You know what? I never used to like him before, but because obviously his and my beliefs are completely opposite. But him as a character, I kind of like Dr. Umar now. Before, I couldn't stand him back in the day. What's my handle on YouTube? Oh, I'm not taking no calls because I'm about to come off now anyway. But my name on YouTube is JY's TV, yeah. Man said, don't you get bored with the same girl? No comment, no comment, fam. I'm trying to think, what video was that where I had one of my old tigs in it? Fam, I'm off. I'm gonna be off. Man asked, what kind of question is that? How would I answer that question? I said, do you cheat? I want to answer that question, fam. I'm trying to find this fucking video, you know. Just buy, like someone asking about first car to buy as a recommendation. Just any little Ford Focus or Corsa, man. I'm trying to find this video. I will find it because I kind of roughly know. Man said, how many girls at my yard now, you know? You know, what do you think I'm doing? Orgies or something? What's the matter? How many girls? I can't find the video, you know. I mean, I'll find it by tomorrow anyway, but yeah. I feel like I'm close to finding it though. I don't know what the fuck it is. The fuck is it, blood? Anyway. So yeah, someone asked about mentoring. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give you a 1 hour session, £52. You only need one session. What I'm gonna do is break down your situation and that. and see how I can help improve your life. But for the most part, it's going to be a mindset thing. I said £52 is brazy crazy, you know. Yeah, but yeah, do a bridging loan for a property. Yeah, definitely. Man said I can pay 50 but not 52. Sorry, you know. Joker. Well, I promise you, if you go far enough back in the comments, yeah, you will find a testimony. I didn't tell a man to say this. Yeah, he said the £52 was more than worth it. How many gal you wired up after? How many gal you wired up after, you know? Did the girl say, wire me up after work, you know? Madman. You lot trying to get me in trouble, blood. What do you think of bridging loans? I've seen already. Oh, I don't know if someone's asking about how many girls. I ain't got no female tenants in my properties, no. No, I don't do no one-to-one calls for free. Nah. You can hit me up on like on Instagram or whatever, or TikTok, and I'll chat to you there. Man said, bro, should I finance a Merc? You're asking questions you already know the answer to. Why don't you have female tenants? Can't you control? No, it's not that. It's I mean, more than likely the girls are gonna be dead anyway, so I ain't gonna be interested in them. No, it's not that. It's for the most part, most people that come to view rooms are men. I've had a couple girls come view rooms and that, but yeah, they weren't interested in the room. Maybe they didn't like when I said to them, if you fail to pay the rent, I'll serve you your notice and you have to leave. Fam, have you ever had a tenant say they will clerk you instead of paying the rent? No, are you mad, fam? You man don't know who I am, you know. You man just see the smiles and that and think, blood. I'm telling you, believe it or not, but I'm a fucking lunatic. Blood, there was even a fucking video I did. Yeah, I was doing a video right here, and some guy pulled up on the estate, and I set it on him on camera. On camera. I'm not one of these people. I didn't point the camera at him, but he's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But I had to stick it on him, blood. I went fucking mad. What's the name of that video, blood? Oh shit! This is what happens when you read things wrong. Have you ever had a tenant say they will clerk you? Okay. Right. No. No. Because I ain't had no girl tenants like that. No. I thought you were talking about beef. I read it wrong. No, but I won't be smashing no tenants for the sake of getting free rent. Nah, it's not worth it. But that's paying, blood. Right. I'm getting off in 1 minute. This is getting ridiculous. It's midnight now, man. I've been on live stream for like 3.5 hours. Oh, yeah. Man, like Dulce David remembered, fam. I can't remember the name of that video, to be fair. Yeah, that fucking idiot. Crap, blood. Oh, a man banged the tenant and then the guy come after work and had a fight with him. Fam, he's so dumb. Why are you fighting a next man because your girl cheated, blood? What are you fighting for? So I record on the S9. Do you still have beef with the gypsy guy? I don't know. He might have beef with me. I don't have beef with him. The cuckold. That's an idiot thing. Do you know what? Yeah, you see that cuckold thing. Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I remember when back in my dirty days. Yeah, dirty days when I used to be watching things I shouldn't have been watching. Yeah, it's a long time ago. I remember there was one website I used to watch called Tube Galore. Yeah, so you get all the thumbnails of different categories. Yeah, so I don't want to say the A word, but from A to Z. Yeah, so whatever comes in between and that. And in the C category, because obviously it goes A as in, let's just say the word arse, yeah, and then B for BBL, and then C for whatever, or B for British and that. Then I used to see one category called cuckold. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm not clicking that because there might be some mad business where I don't even want to get me. I don't even want to see nothing in it. Yeah. So I never clicked it. But one time, like I don't know, maybe clicked on the wrong thing or something like that. And I saw a video. I'm like, what the fuck? Or I saw a thumbnail with just like one guy standing watching. So anyway, I'm like, oh, that's what that is. Yeah. So I said, I know that site, you know. I said, imagine owing JY's money for rent. We all gonna be shot. Nah, I ain't gonna shoot no one, but I'm coming for you, blood. Trust me, like I'm the coolest brother ever. But just don't piss me off. Don't get on my nerves because I got a dirty temper. Trust me. Yeah. So Terminator, he done the football thing and uses money to buy properties. I see him saying. As a man, you probably trying to, fam, you can't be asking like, how many times do you clock, you know? Nah, man said the categories, you know. I mean, it was categories, isn't it? You know what was funny? You see, back in the dirty days and that, like, man used to know, like, bare different, like, you see how man them now know all the footballers on Arsenal, all the footballers on Tottenham and Man United and that. I knew all the, yeah, the dirty website girls, yeah, all of them. All of them. I remember. I think man first discovered it in school because basically, you know, like in IT class, ICT class, you have the computers and that. You can go on the internet, but basically everything's restricted and that. Couple of the youths, they had this like is it e-proxy or something, some sort of bypass thing where you can't watch any website. So then man, they are going. The first website man come across was RedTube. Yeah, RedTube, not YouTube, but RedTube. Obviously, they're playing off of YouTube and that. So man come across in school, blood. And the first things man was watching was like, he knows Lacey Duval, yeah. Press one in the chat. Now to me, she's dead now, isn't it? But I remember back in the day, what? Lacey Duval, Cherokee, who else? I never rated that Jada Fire thing, but I remember her. Pinky. Yeah, I never really rated Pinky, but these are the names that I remember. Yeah, Yeah, but I remember when I first did discover Lacey Duval, I was like, yeah, that thing is bad. Oh, the best thing, boy. Who remembers one chick called Havana Ginger? Press 1 in the fucking chat. Press 100 in the chat, blood. I don't know. Because man don't watch none of that nonsense no more. I just remember. Ah, right. So then that's what I was gonna come on to next. Yeah. So obviously, man used to watch the black things and that because I didn't know about. Obviously, I know that white girl do porn and that, whatever in it. Yeah? But so man used to just watch the black things, Cherokee, maybe little pinky here and there. You get me, Lacey Duval, Jada Fire, them. And then I don't know what happened, yeah, but one day, man discovered the white thing. What? Alexis, Texas, Savannah Gold. It was on, because I'm from Edmonton. Yeah, there ain't no white girls with big bums here. Yeah, none of that. Yeah, so I'm like, whoa, what is going on here, fam? Yeah, when I discovered Alexis, Texas, boy, she was getting it, fam. Fuck yeah, now waking up there, holes in the mattress, blood. Shit, Jesus Christ, bro. Trying to think who else. I'm trying to figure. There was one. What because obviously I don't watch none of that no more. Yeah. But my favorite video to watch, yeah, you lot type in Isis Taylor South Beach. Just type in that. Yeah. That girl was looking like a fucking 10 in that video. Yeah. Isis Taylor South Beach. Yeah. That girl was a fucking straight up 10 in that video, fam. Oh no. Do you know what? Yeah, man started, you get me, using my imagination, blood. That's why I stopped watching it. But yeah, trust me. I'm trying to think of some other thing. Can't remember no other name. Think. But yeah, like yeah, them white girls, obviously yeah, Lisa Ann and that. There's a couple other Madison Ivy, yeah. But man knew all of them, fam. There was one Romanian thing. The fuck was her name? Central Jane. Woof. Man's asking me, how do you spell it? Yeah, ISIS. Yeah, just like that. ISIS. Isis Taylor. Man said Jay was gonna have a late night session, you know. The man said, yo, that Romanian girl is mine. Yeah, I know about Lisa. I know about Lisa. Yeah. For some reason I can't comment on this. I said, does it stop my comment? That's why, yeah, like you see these OnlyFans girls, they're disrespecting the Zorn stars, blood. Yeah, these girls are making hundreds of grands a year, if not a month, just taking pictures. Where you had girls grinding for hours, yeah, stiff blood, yeah, for some idiot 10 grand or whatever, yeah, or whatever, how much it was, yeah. And now you got these girls just taking pictures and doing laps around them. Nah, man, need to put some respect on these. Oh, who's Danny Daniels? I'm trying to think, blood. Man's talking about premium. I remember, what was it? Is it Bang Bros as well? Like, yeah, that was like the good quality stuff. Anyway, man needs to stop now. This conversation get X-rated, man. We got children in the chat. Anyway, I'm coming off in 1 minute. Fam, my girl ever cheated, her ass is gone, fam. There's no, I'm not fighting no one. I'm not asked. No, gone. That's it. Playing no games, blood. Coming off in 30 seconds. I'm out. Big man thing. It's like midnight. I'll pass 1/4 past midnight, man. Just gonna have this last Krispy Kreme donut. Yeah, last Krispy Kreme donut. I've been with my girl, I think she would say 4 years, I think, yeah. I'll probably see you lot next week or the week after, definitely, yeah. I'm signing off right now. Right, so how does the mentoring work? I'm just going to give you a 1 hour session just to break down your situation, how I can better your situation. Yeah? But I'm not going Poundland or Tesco's for no donuts, blood. Anyway, I'm out. If I can get off this thing, how the fuck? All right, YouTube man, them. Take it easy. See you next time. Stay well done, man.